you hear me okay, Chad?
Yes, I do.
Cool. Can everyone on the IRC hear Chad just fine? We do have the audio patch cable looped back, so theoretically, you should sound pretty good.
Can the IRC hear me okay?
Cool.
Alright.
Next.
I'm kind of right in the middle of getting everything set up. So, let's see. Uh,
Use all of them. Treehouse man. Get away. Is Core i7-950 overclocked 4 gigahertz. Two primary video cards are GeForce 9800 GTXs. Last one's a 9800. I got this GTX 280 put in here.
uh,
There you
Diggy, you don't mind can I shoot triple link?
Oh yeah, I was yeah. If you're talking about Treehouse Man,
Yeah.
yeah, you can shoot him a link. I was looking for him in the player C room. Got distracted. I wolf around, Josh. Maybe. Just willing to send him a link. Do you want to join? Alright. I wonder how I'm going to clean this. Or if it can even be saved, because I've already cleaned it a few times.
Is that a mini tape deck drive, Diggy?
Yeah. Basically a shrunken VCR. This is what ran the backup tapes on my Sun server.
Oh, okay.
And,
So, where do you see all the gunk in there, or are you just gonna clean everything?
well, after cleaning it earlier, everything actually looks okay. I don't understand.
So you said what you found a spring just lying in the case?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that's a scary thought.
I know.
Um,
I don't know where it came from, and I've looked everywhere on this thing. I can't
have you
take
found it?
it any further than this. I've tried.
Did you find? I guess maybe you just have some sort of magical spring breeding device.
Uh, it's possible, maybe during moving out here or something, spring got loose.
So there's no like just random hole that looks like it could hold a spring.
No, I have sat
Wow.
here for a very long time staring at it, checking different ideas, looking other places. And I found one place where you might be able to hook a spring, but there's nothing to hook it to.
Well, keep in mind that if it was a plastic part it clipped onto, that could have broken off. So there might only be one hole left.
Yeah, and
That
I've
that
or
one piece I'm looking at now, I see is hooked into part plastic and part metal.
yeah, there's some plastics. Where I set that little spring.
Good evening, Sudos. There we go. Yeah. Stupid
Hangout toolbox app wants to know stuff.
We're going back to it. Hi, Sudas.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, it's been over 2 months since we had the last Super Geek Hangout.
Yeah, I was at Starbucks for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been busy there at the lab there lately
Yeah.
because of the office getting remodeled and our voters coming back together.
There we go. You guys can hear me okay?
Oh yeah.
It's a
Oh,
bit
yeah.
quiet, but not bad.
It's
Alright, let me see if I can fix that.
something that doesn't really happen.
Julie, you know quieter than Yugi is. So
Well, no, it's that
What?
Skype's messing with my mic settings.
oh,
Can you hear me better
So,
now?
good old
Trip, did
Skype.
you get the ZNC
we go.
reconfigured?
I never had to get it reconfigured. It was always working.
Ah,
I mean, I
okay.
spent like an hour working on it.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
Is Sparky here? Sparky, if you're watching, would you like to listen?
Alright, can you hear me okay now?
Swing it
Or
up.
am I too low now? Does that sound okay?
You're good. Let me.
Why can't I hear myself?
I can turn you up a little bit if you need to be.
Sudas, you are very quiet.
Very quiet? Okay, let's see if we can fix that.
I got you cranked up a bit on my end, Sudos.
Okay, there we go.
Whoa.
Any better?
Oh yeah. More better.
Okay, yeah. I switched the microphone inside the camera.
Is that a Mac behind you, Sudos? Sitting on the table behind you.
Yeah, that's my 17-inch iMac G4.
Ah.
I need to fix that, and I have just the tool to fix it right here. Check it out.
Super glue.
Yeah. The bezel came loose a little bit after some sort of a freak accident, so I just have to super glue it back in. It's taped in place. I don't want to get into it.
It's a long story.
I had the super glue here for a different reason, and it had to do with this, which is my Centro,
Oh boy.
and my Centro is now. There's no down button action at all. I'm pressing down button right now, nothing's happening. Pieces of button on my keyboard don't press. There's no. I mean, there's audible, but there's no tactile. Stop! But you hear that?
Yeah, I hear it.
Tactile from the buttons. They've got little tiny whatchamacallit buttons in there. And the rubber front, which is all the bumps and stuff, just kind of degraded, and I've been super gluing it back in here and there, and
so that's your current phone?
what?
So that's your current phone, or is that just a old
This
device?
was my current phone. I just switched away from this. So I didn't go very far from the tree, though. Okay, the Palm Centro is pretty much in all just. It's either a miniaturized Trio 650 or a miniaturized Trio 755p. One of those two. Because
650 was a really good phone.
yeah, the 650 was really popular. And I actually have pieces from a 650 here because I had to rip the charger piece. It'll focus. Do it. Good. There it goes. Took the piece of plastic off the charging and sync pins. It just slides right off. And I had to graft it onto this phone. There's my 755p, which I now have. And yes, you can see my camera in the reflection. Oh. So I'm now on
Alright.
the 755p, and oh my god, I can press the down button again after 6 months of not being able to, and it just feels so foreign.
Very surreal.
Oh,
Good.
it feels so good.
Okay.
If you're looking for chin scratches, Bree, you're looking in the wrong place.
I think I'm gonna have
Because my camera's down low.
Oh, we don't want the camera much lower.
It's because I'm looking up there where the TV is. Well, the camera is not.
You get to see my nice ugly mug on your big screen.
The ugly mug.
Okay. Toolbox. That's what
Back
I'm
in there.
doing.
Get back in there. Get back in there.
Fuck you.
Yay.
Firefox when I upgrade. No, wait. I had to get rid. Oh, that's right. I had to get rid of malware. Nasty piece of work. Well, not really nasty, but annoying fucker.
Wow, it's actually running a lot faster now.
Custom over.
I hear an echo somewhere.
Why is it coming out of the TV? In the audio.
Bree, do you have LS open? Someone has LS open. I think it's tripped.
It's not me. I'm wearing headphones.
1 second.
Do the green
Oh,
flashing
it's
light.
Josh. Josh,
Yeah,
you got
it's-
LS open?
I picked that up from his speakers.
Okay. So switch back to me. That's of course reversed.
Hello?
That's fixed.
Hello?
Actually, what was wrong was it was coming out. It
Nope.
for whatever reason let the Hangout decided to come out of the TV instead of the speakers under my desk, which the webcam's right next to the TV.
That works.
Okay.
No, it doesn't. It's
Smart.
terrible.
So, what's up with this tape drive now, Doogie? I missed it. What happened?
I'll run backups for a little while, and then
Let's see if I can fix this.
pretty much errors
Nope. That's not gonna work.
Okay.
really far down the line, and then it turns on the cleaning light. And I ran the cleaning tape through it, and it didn't do anything, so taped it out the fall, and that didn't
So you're just pretty much cleaning the heads and making sure everything's happy then.
try it.
Okay.
And I couldn't identify where the spring came from. Checked everywhere.
Okay. Just saying, you must have some sort of noise cancellation or something going because you're just breaking up like mad.
Because I'm what?
Yeah.
Your sound is breaking up like mad.
Yeah, you're really quiet.
It's not that he's quiet. It's his voice is breaking up.
Is that any better?
Oh yeah.
Too much?
Oh yeah. No, it's perfect.
Okay.
Really messy work area.
So.
I did a well, I put a way of mounting basically a tripod screw into my web camera.
It is now 12:01 a.m. Happy Father's Day, fathers of TGG,
Happy
whoever
Father.
you are in there.
I'm gonna blow this.
There's got to be a few. There's got to be a few.
Disappointed in your kids. Like, I think you want to be a geek. I think that's those kind of folks who like fight the chicken.
Yeah.
There's performers who fight their heads off chickens. Oh, not even laugh out of that joke on play on the word? Fine.
What do we got? We've only got.
Well,
That is the
Dynamite should be good now.
Okay. So.
That's interesting.
We'll let that charge.
There was a bit of a vulgar label that was on my desk, and it's not on my desk anymore. That could end badly.
Uh-oh.
So I just watched the Mark exit review just a bit ago.
Did you now?
Yes, I did.
Hmm.
I
And what
kinda
did you think of it?
died towards the end of it. That was great.
I think that was awesome.
Kate watched it too.
Where did that go? Oh man, I lost it.
If I start
I
doing
used it,
that,
I
let me
used
know.
it.
I'll mute my mic when I'm not talking.
I'm going to have to. My mind's doing one of those kind of. Who's that? Josh, you're a night wolf, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a
There it
CRT TV. 50 TV flyback.
Oh,
I need
I almost
to,
knocked my remote all over. Where is that?
Before,
it's in the box. In the wrong box.
I needed to find this one and throw it away before I stick it on something.
Now
What kind of
this
tape drive is that,
is
Doogie?
CRT.
It's a DAP4. It's actually an HP drive. Or I should say HP makes the drive.
Let's connect it to a video source.
I've got two SAS tape drives here that I have no clue if they work. I'd be willing to give away if somebody wants them.
Tape drives.
Yeah. They're newer.
What media?
Power? Okay. We got power.
They are
We got video. We should have video.
Ultrium LTO2.
Okay, DLT.
You can watch a video at really bad contrast because this
Looks like
webcam's
DLT size tape. But one of them's had a pretty hard fall, and the other one needs the faceplate put back on. I have no idea if they work, though. I don't have any tapes for these.
This is the cutest little CRT I think I've seen in a while.
Yeah, I'm calling tape rape.
I have probably.
Did you just say tape rate?
Yep, I said tape rape.
Let me unpower this before I shut myself.
Panasonic camcorder. That looks like the viewfinder off a camcorder. I have
It
one
is.
somewhere.
I paid $15 for the camcorder. It's a compact VHS camcorder. I think it was 15. I either paid 15 or 10. I bargained down the guy because it's like this format's so outdated. It's like it's only worth to me for the parts, and the only part I really want is this camcorder. CRT.
So
Oh god, it's that freaky commercial.
I got the one for you. It's an 8mm.
Ooh.
We fired that in the video. That's the one that had the really big muzzle flash.
Cool.
And I believe my buddy said it was the Germans when they took over the one plant that was making the Carcanos. They took the normal Carcano cartridge that looks like this and replaced it with the 8mm.
There you go. Yo.
This is a weird bullet, and for whatever reason, these guys won't fire. They're old surplus, and I think they got wet.
So you have a bullet that could possibly be live, but doesn't want to fire. Just
Yeah.
idly around.
This
Is it
one's
rim fire or center fire? It's center fire.
There's
Oh jeez.
your BMG 50 for you.
So what? You can't just like dismantle it and repack it with good gunpowder or something? I don't know how this works.
To repack it because they crimped these. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a crimp right there. See it? A little dent? It's crimped on like 3 sides. It's really weird the way they did these. It's a really odd-shaped bullet. Like a really long banana bullet.
Banana. Banana.
The other ones, I have a German training round. It's a 308, but 90% of the casing is plastic, and the bullet itself is plastic. And they actually qualify with those, which is really scary.
Okay, wireless keyboard. I guess we. What the hell cable did you? Oh, I know which one you are. The power supply.
Ray, you need to invest in a USB RAID array. Yeah, for your peripherals, because that's what I have right here on my desk. It's a USB 2.0, where you just plug in all your peripherals and whatever else you need.
And thank you, camera, for being so slow.
Put that back down. See, my quality dropped. What is this? Ew.
I probably shouldn't be drinking on a relatively empty stomach. That's just a recipe for disaster. Facebook.
There you go.
I don't know. I haven't had beer. I don't know if I have my rum. I have my Irish cream.
I had some. Now it's gone.
And I haven't finished, but I have Smirnoff Ice Peach Bellini.
I just ate 2 steaks and they were leftovers from yesterday. My buddy, he made, just out of the blue, he made like steaks and crab legs the other night, and it was like, wow, that was awesome.
Steaks? Yum. Crab legs?
Crab legs. That's
I'm
the
not a seafood person.
I got a water bottle if it counts.
I've got
it's
a water
empty.
bottle too. Water bottle. Dollar Tree water bottle. Very dented.
That's better.
I also got a bottle of Coke.
I wish I had some more interesting
Since
stuff.
I have rum without having Coke for Coke and rum. Rum and Coke.
I tried running the Mac 2 CI's motherboard through the dishwasher, and I have not gotten any further with it. It's pretty toast. It's still, basically, when you push the power button, it turns off and shuts right back, or it turns on and shuts right back off. And the speaker doesn't make any noise or anything. It's just like, it's like, yay.
Why was my Anyway, here it is. I have it.
Let's see.
If you don't want it, I'll take it. I would try to give it new life. I don't know if it works or not, though. But
It's all yours. Just pay for shipping.
how much the shipping
So
was?
I'm looking forward to getting rid of it.
It's yours for
You want
shipping.
it, you can have it.
Again, just take a look at some of the pieces here. Let me put myself up on here so I have a good. But yeah, take a look here. It's missing some pieces of plastic on the RAM slots. There are some corroded bits. Where's a good example?
How does it look like?
You know, my one,
Wait, right here.
show me the front of the board. That go down. Go down, go down.
What do you need?
I was gonna say that one chip that's under the RAM slots is near the battery holder, the big square dealie. Mine actually had yellow corrosion all over it long before the battery corroded, and the thing still worked. It was really weird. It was like those zinc
Okay,
fingers
that
or something.
has.
I don't know.
Mine has a date code of 33rd week of 1990.
Oh wow, really?
Mine was actually older. I think it was 89.
Where the hell are those lines coming from?
But yeah, that VLSI chip that's near that crystal and everything there, that mine was all corroded. Let me see if I can find mine. Hold on a second.
Yeah, that has a date code of 40th week of 1990. So, the only other thing that I can think of that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to unbend the pins on the 68030.
Is that right up top up there on the 68030?
They're just bent a little bit. They're still connected, so
Oh,
they just
okay.
have to be unbent and pulled away from each other. But I'm not at liberty to even.
What the hell do
Try
you think
that.
you're doing, camera? Auto gain and you darken that much?
Where the board went. I was playing with it down here.
Either way, you can do what you want with it. And am I?
Power supply.
What's up, Sidos?
There's lag. Did they update it and make it so that there's lag now?
It's about a 10-second delay, probably. If you're talking now, it'll catch up in
No, it's
live
like a
stream.
point. It's like a 0.3 second delay in my movements.
Oh yeah, your video's off because mine's.
Is my audio off with my video?
2.
Is it?
Oh,
Oh yeah, I'm looking at OS right now
Here's
on
the hard drive.
Down.
my
I don't know
server.
if you guys
The
can
video's a
tell the
little bit
score
off,
lines on the hard
but
drive,
you're
it's
moving.
not happy.
Oh boy. See,
Mind you,
that's
there's no head here, so the score lines are from stuff getting in the drive.
fun. I have a couple of 500 meg or so SCSI quantum drives out in the garage. I know at least one of them is dead because I dropped it.
There's one way to kill it.
Completely by accident, I swear.
Sure.
Oh no,
It was just an accident that,
but guys,
as it fell,
get this.
But yeah,
connected, and it went across the room.
Get this. I went to a local garage sale yesterday. I went to a local church sale and picked up a Dell BTX small form factor.
there you go.
Got it here. I was suspecting for the drive to be wiped, and they did not wipe the drive. So I took it out, put in a fresh 160 gig hard drive, SATA, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and took it outside, wiped it with the hammer.
Takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I don't wipe hard drives anymore until I'm sure of what I've seen on them, because a couple old drives had some really old gems on them. A computer I got from somewhere that was going in somebody's garbage was just loaded with old DOS games, and I still have it somewhere.
Yeah, I mean things like that. Like I would always check it. Like I mean, I'm not going to sit here and use someone's information, but if there's something like that on
That's
there,
how I ended up with a free version of StarCraft, the original StarCraft.
Okay.
It was on a flash drive, but someone had left it in a school computer.
hey,
Like,
Hey.
ooh.
Okay. Speaking of DOS games, Doogie, I need to know if there is a copy of Star Wars X-Wing in archives.
ooh, I don't know.
Okay, because I have a sealed copy here.
See,
Sealed. Not for resale.
Oh, that's the original copy
It
too.
is the DOS, looks like the 3.5-inch version, I think. Yeah. It's got 386 VGA, 3.5-inch, 1.44 megabyte disc. See bottom panel for details.
Just one.
Here we go. Trademark and copyright 1992 Star Wars, X-Wing, and all other elements of the game fantasy are registered trademarks of Lucasfilm. Used under authorization. All rights reserved. X-Wing game copyright 1992 LucasArts Entertainment Company. IBM is registered trademark of International Business Machines Inc. LucasArts Entertainment Company.
And it's registered for Windows 98, Windows 2K, right?
Hmm.
Oh my god, I missed it. I don't know where the motherboard went. But you know what's funny? Okay, how I was talking about the hard drive? Here's the hard drive, and if you look around where the breather filter is, there's corrosion all the way around it.
There you go.
It's kind of like mold.
Mm.
That battery stuff got in the hard drive through the breather. And this was a Quantum, I think, Quantum Pro drive. I think it was like 50 megabyte or something like that.
It was probably about 80 megs, probably about 120 if you take a look.
And then I was just, USMC just bought me some of the solid state relays like editor was using for the captain's project. And I needed a driver, I wanted a board to mount them on, right? Well, I bought this board off the guy for $15, and he didn't tell me that these were coming with it. And if I would have known these were coming with it, I wouldn't have pushed so hard to get the thing for $15 off of him.
Mm.
There you go.
Because these are 4 quad DC output modules, which alone I could take these off here and sell them, and probably make all my money back.
if you want to talk about finding stuff just left out in the open, how do you think I got my auto-activating versions of Office?
Where the heck is my Macintosh board?
The bottom view.
This, the iPod that I had to get a new base because I fucked up the
Addressing
connector.
back.
But the iPod that I put in the solid state flash drive, the CF card, had the original 4 gigabyte Hitachi micro drive, original battery, everything. It was like never had repairs.
Is a micro? So the micro drive is dead, isn't it?
No. No, these still work.
Yes, yes.
This one may not, because this one may be a bit abused.
Where did I just see that?
This did work. I actually pulled.
Well, I figured that, but I'm like, because I always wanted to play around with one of those.
I'd be willing to send one in to I would keep this one because I already pulled off the label.
Where did
And
I just see
like
that
it.
on my desk?
This actually still has some songs on it because when the iPod got shipped to me, it had like 4 test songs.
I like this find right here. If my camera will focus, and I doubt it will, and I'll have to
Oh, I
manually
forgot
do it.
to cruise. I guess that's not too bad.
I wish I could tell Google.
Oh,
to
I can
switch
see.
where did it go?
Hold on.
Do you mind switching cameras, Google?
Hmm.
Google, fuck you. Switch to trick. Thank you. Ooh,
There we go.
32 gigabyte micro.
It's better than that. Look at the bottom. Hold on, I gotta get my focus slider.
What is it? Class OHC. Dang.
32 gigabyte flash card drive.
Yeah, but class 10. That's
Mhm.
like
That's like a
top of the
20,
fucking
30 gig.
line.
That's probably a $30, $40 card,
Easily.
Whoa.
and it's micro SD. So I got this for my DSLR now, but if I want to slap it in my phone or my tablet, I can.
Where in the name of...
Awesome. Do you want an invite?
Okay, I just lost it, but... Okay, I have an iPod mini here, pink. It was originally 6 gigs, and I seem to have lost the micro drive. But
If you want to put the micro drive in, I could possibly send that
I do have-
Hitachi one.
I do have that.
If you
Okay.
want to talk about
I'd love a micro
multicolored
drive.
tape or various colors of tape, here's a 3M lunchbox that I have now. So it's a 3M lunchbox, but inside the 3M lunchbox, absurd colors of Super 33.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
You got red, yellow, blue.
How about orange
White.
over here?
Orange.
I like the orange. The orange is nice.
I found it! I found it! I found it! I found it!
The only one I'm missing is a really bright blue.
Hmm.
That's the one I want. I need a really bright blue.
Check
but
that
maybe
out.
Super
I
33.
found it. I found
I'll
it.
go over.
Oh yeah, I found it. I found it.
Is this 6 or 4?
This is sick.
Four.
This one's 4, so
I'm
it's like.
pretty sure
first
this is also dead.
Well, I know this worked because when I pulled it out of the iPod, it worked. This one did too, but that was before I pulled off the label and may have damaged the circuit board because I
How'd you
pulled
pull
off
off the
the
label?
metal.
This came out of Lost and Found at work.
Oh. What? Wait, is it
Um,
iPhone? Does it have service? Did it still have service on it?
Now,
Did you
Just print
format
phones.
it?
Still have service on it. I love it.
it's an iPhone
Did you
4S.
Did you format it yet?
Yeah, I had to because it was locked because somebody was playing with it to try to unlock it.
Okay, because I'm like, if iCloud's still activated on it, you're screwed and they can still lock it.
By the way, here's the Mac 2C motherboard. I don't know if you can see the damage to it or not. Especially over here by the big dip chips. There's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah.
You showed me a picture before. I saw it.
I'm tempted to pull back out the ZVS tonight. I found this. I don't know if anyone remembers the pictures of the last one I cooked up, but the pictures this thing made right here were beyond spectacular whenever it caught fire.
Isn't that just a rectifier?
No, it's a crystal.
Oh,
You know, an old pager. But I cooked one before, it's on my Google Plus, but the pictures that came out were just beyond spectacular. And I knew there was another one that I pulled out. I have more of the pagers, so I can get some more, but it caught fire. And then the fire started acting with the arc. And that's when things got interesting, because it started putting out light. It started casting weird shadows with a weird field of depth, and I have absolutely no idea how I pulled the picture off, and I don't know if I can do it again. Because I want to get better pictures this time, because I can get further, I can get closer in.
I'll be right back.
Alright,
Hold the sink.
here's the tape that I had.
There you go. Math coprocessor, or whatever you want to call this thing.
Oh, I hate you so much. I want one of those.
Yeah, it came, the board I'm kind of cleaning up. It's a 386 board. This was on there too. I'm not quite sure what this is supposed to be.
It's
There's
a
stamp
scamp.
on it.
Yeah, the scamp, don't you know?
You know, it's a scam.
Yeah.
Yo.
It's a scampy little thing.
Here's the crystal off the board. I actually have the board. I'm cleaning it right now, and I took all the socketed components off.
Here's one of those crystals I cooked. This one is after the ZVS. It didn't really do anything to it. It sort of didn't touch it.
Oh,
So
I got the poster on that one.
Mine's my 386 board. At least that one had the whole battery leak thing, but it still functions. So it also got the dishwasher treatment, and I'm gonna see what the results are when I put all the parts back on it and try to boot it up again. See if it works
Yeah.
better.
Very first drawer of my component bin is fried stuff.
Now here's the you know, I usually blow fried stuff up just cause.
Well, I do. I mean, look, that's cooked.
Well, you gotta cook it further.
But that was with the ZVS. I got pictures with that. They're no good anymore. The Magic Smoke came out a long time ago.
Please let there be workage.
So tomorrow I'm gonna go out to my grandfather's property and I'm gonna see what old stuff is laying out there still. And if I still have them, I know Captain usually doesn't like CRTs, but I think he'll like the CRT I'm gonna give him if they're still there and they still work.
Hmm.
It's an original Apple II phosphor green CRT.
Yeah, that'll go on that'll go in the archives real quick. If it
Yeah.
works.
And I think I also have an old image writer out there that still works too.
This, what I have here, is what the rest of the box I had got off of eBay that didn't make it, that I didn't send to the Geek group. This is an interesting thing. It's a little homebrew. I don't know if it's a little amplified speaker or amplified mic, because this, to me, looks like a carbon granule mic.
Let me see it
Yeah,
again.
that looks definitely like a carbon granule mic.
So I think it may just be a.
Hold it up to your ear and shake
Oh, yeah,
it.
shake it.
You can hear shakies in it. It's a carbon granule mic.
That motion so isn't anywhere.
I can't tell.
Lewd.
You'll hear it. It's real distinct. It sounds like there's sand or something in it.
I can't tell.
Be careful what sound effects you make
Quite
while doing
recount.
that motion.
Can't tell, but it's just. It sounds like it could be, but it's got a dent in it. It may not be. It doesn't.
Yeah, carbon granule mics will shake. The ones out of the old telephones, you could definitely tell they were carbon granule.
But that came out of this box, which says sound amplifier model SA1 D&D Electronics box.
It could be a microphone. It just might not be carbon granule. Carbon granules were popular in telephones, if I remember right.
Look at
They
the
are.
batteries that were in it.
Oh
Batteries.
god, are those old F180s?
Yep, and at least two of them are pretty well dead.
Sure, they're probably all dead.
Oh yeah, but they're like
Hey, SRR.
two of the SCRs I kept for myself. I figured I want at least two of them.
I still have my quad solid state relay.
Ooh, I probably should have sent these ones in and kept the other ones, 'cause these are 40 amp.
Make sure if you ever run 40 amps through those, you put those on a heatsink.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I did a project at work where I have a set of blowers that are turned on by those.
Is that a Nixie tube?
No,
Oh.
just a radio tube or TV tube. It's
I'll be right back.
It's an 8.
That's
Numero?
about mine.
numerical 8 alpha Wayne 8 alpha, and I totally butchered that up because I'm pretty sure W isn't Wayne, but it's a realistic lifetime. This one hasn't. This one's new.
I should
I'm
go
not sure.
dig out
I
my
just-
Nick module and
I
shit.
still need more.
This
of these.
one
I
isn't.
need more.
This is a 6G as in Grand Rapids, H as in Hoover, 8 alpha.
I
And
believe
this-
G is. Yeah, G is golf.
This is a replacement because this isn't the original. This is a Sears too, and it's looks like it's well worn. But I figured this one could at least make it into a project where it doesn't matter if it's working or not. And this one, since it's like brand new, probably could be used. I also have a neon bulb. I think this
I
is
still
neon.
want to get my hands on RCA 833 and actually build an amplifier out of it.
More neons.
People that sell amplifiers, brand new, that run like $150,000 per one channel.
And all these little bulbs.
Grain of wheat bulbs.
More like tiny corn bulbs, but yeah.
Wait. Are
I
they
have a
6
whole bin. I'm
or are they
gonna get
Are they
to.
1.5 volt bulbs?
Don't know.
Because I need a bunch of those. I have a radio that needs some, and they're super tiny, and they look about that size.
I'm
I could
pondering
probably
an old bin of vintage electronic components that are not used. And I'm pondering if they might want up there at the Geek Group, though. I don't know.
Oh,
Somewhere I have a
no,
ton of
that box I
old
sent
capacitors.
in. Captain completely ignored one of the more interesting things that were in there, which were the little. There's a stack of them, like 5 cases, and they're like little. Inside, they're called. The company calls them optomods, but I'm pretty sure it's just either a photoresistor or photodiode, and an IR photodiode, basically. Although it could even be incandescent on the other end. An optomod. I can't remember the name of the company, but I kept that switch for myself. I kept a fuse holder for myself. Some various diodes, because I'm hoping one of these is germanium diode. Kept a lot of these potentiometers, because some of these are kind of neat.
I should
think
send
it's
you one of mine.
Here's your bit
I
of
was
the
tempted to send
toggle
that,
switch.
but I kept it for myself. It's
Ooh,
probably
Is that a high voltage relay?
SCR.
No.
yeah, it's in here.
I have some vacuum high voltage relays that are actually worth a small fortune, but for the life of me, I can't find anyone that's actually buying them.
This one actually has its number. It's a 2N2117 space 6226-2AB. And it's a Westinghouse stamp.
I should send you one of my big old rheostats.
Hey,
Somewhat.
dude, can you use
Now that I have no fucking clue.
a Mac
Hold that back a little bit.
Mac
Hold it-
G5
Oh,
for
wait, it does have
just for,
information on it.
spare
Here.
parts?
Sorry. Fucking
Yeah, I
overchatting.
think we could use
This
one.
actually does have information on it.
Okay. I got one sitting here. That is just sitting here. I was going to send it to you for like parts if you
Oh.
need it.
I think that's the symbol looks like it's a Zener diode.
For what?
It's a C30B by GE. It's a 7226G.
Barry, hang on just a minute. What was that, Doogie?
I didn't catch the end of your sentence there.
I just have one sitting here, just collecting dust. I was going to send it to you for if you need it for parts, like to put in your other one or whatever.
Yeah, let me know how much it costs to ship it, and I'll send you some money for shipping.
Okay, we'll do. I'll go to the post office probably here Tuesday and see how much it's going to be.
Here's your bit of a massive toggle switch.
Oh, what?
Ooh.
One toggle switch. I've never seen one physically that big. At least look at how wide the base is compared to the actual switch.
Oh, that's one of them old toggle switches.
It is. I don't know what the date code is on it. Oh wait, I do. Wait, it says 0215.
What's the amperage rating on that? Like 20?
Yeah, 20 amps at 125, 10 amps at 250, 1.5 horsepower.
This doesn't.
Those are always nice to have.
Yeah, I got 2 of these.
Hey,
Uh,
if I send your server with them when they stop by,
Yep.
I might be able to do that, but I gotta dig out all the pieces.
Ah.
The one I'm giving you, sadly, is in a few pieces.
Okay, C30B, Google and its drop down shows that it could be an
You're
SCR.
gonna be able to find all the pieces.
I think I have all the pieces, it's just you're gonna have to do a little bit of wiring work because he took the front panel off it to store it in his garage and, like, cut some of the wiring, so it's mostly just a couple wires, like 12 volts, 5 volts, stuff to the front panel. The biggest thing is going to be repairing those traces if it's possible.
Okay, that says
That's okay. I
diode.
think at this point I would like to try something that's a bit of a basket case.
Oh, yeesh.
But, what were you talking about trading for that a while ago? 'Cause
Sun system?
I'm definitely going to have to come up and
No idea.
meet you guys, too, at some point.
There's
I'm
this.
going to get up to the lab.
I can only guess that this is a wire-wound resistor. It's got 32-24 8 ohms.
Just hold down there again where I can see it.
That's the information on the
What's
side.
the
It's
sides
a
of it?
disc. The
Is it
disc.
just... Okay.
It's a probably ceramic.
There
Feels
isn't
like
like a screwdriver slot in the center of that or anything, is there?
Nope, it's just a straight hole through.
Huh.
Camera.
That's kind of like the one that's in my car. There's a U-shaped resistor in the front of my car. I think it's for the daytime running lights. It's just strapped to the frame.
Hang on,
It's got two wires sticking out.
The weird thing is 3-2-24. That must. If that's a date code. What the? 24.
It could be the 24th month or something like that. Not 24th month, 24th week.
Okay, so 3, but still, it's 3, 2, and then a 2-digit number. That doesn't.
People do weird things with date codes. It could be a part number, too.
Possibly. There's no other information on here at all.
For those of you joining us on YouTube, you can go to thegeekgroup.org/live, and there is an IRC chat client there on the page. Under your desired nickname, you can join in and ask questions to us in real time, or if you have a camera and a microphone and you want to join the hangout, come on, hang out with us.
Have some fun.
Doing a test backup right now. No errors so far. It usually takes a
Here you
little.
go. If you want to see some a fun little extensive pile of fuses that I don't know which ones are good and which ones are bad because I got lazy. These are all the infamous fluke fuses.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I've got, I have a work
I
buddy
got
who
this
somehow
by
managed to
itself
insert
for
one
$1.
of those into his hand.
Oh, if you want to talk about a pile of fuses, hold on. Here's your pile of fuses.
Yeah.
Let me go get my bin.
But
There you go.
For now,
For real.
yeah, for now, fuse kit.
But
Gonna have
Sure.
these little. Mm-hmm.
I can check and see how what voltage these little bulbs run at.
Give me
If
like
they're
2 minutes.
1.5, then sure, I can send them to you.
Give me like
Stick them in a
2
little
minutes.
mailer envelope.
Hell yeah.
Well, guys, here we go. I'm going to do a test install of Wheezy 7.4.
What? I don't get why you can't get Wheezy to work. It works just fine on that craptastic rig right there.
Well, on
It should still be running.
my XPS with the video card and the 4-pin connector, it sort of makes things go wonky when you change the driver setting.
Well,
It
don't
sends
change
it
the
into
driver
server
setting.
mode instead of regular GUI interface.
Well, it's sort of a server.
Link.
I didn't keep any of the cap.
Computer.
I did.
And most basically, when you change the driver setting in older hardware and an older video card, it changes everything. I lose everything. It just does not work on older computers. But
Okay.
basically, I read in the forums if it's an XPS or any Dell product, don't use it.
Okay, Bree, so this is the size of the light bulb. Let me pull up my webcam stuff so I can actually get the focus right. So, I don't know how I can really define the size of the bulb. This is on a radio, and I think I need some more of them for my truck, because I'm sure my truck uses them too, and there's some bulbs out.
You sure the voltage is 1.5?
Yeah, I'm sure the voltage is 1.5. I measured it. So, you can tell about how big my finger is. You see the little...
Yeah, I think I see it.
I'm gonna try to get reflection on it. So, you see how... the little green thing?
Yeah.
You see how it's shining in the middle of it? The area that's shining is the actual bulb. Alright? There's a little green... There's a green cover around it. I don't feel like it... Well, actually... No, it'll take me 2 seconds to desolder that. My iron's right here.
Yes. This episode of the Hangout is brought to you by Coca-Cola. It's brought to you by Coca-Cola. It's also brought to you by Caroline's Irish Cream.
It's also
Okay.
really bright LED
Calypso
lights.
Spiced Rum.
Okay.
IRC went out. That looks interesting.
Tokoloshi was commenting about my nice product placement because I took a swig from my Coke.
Anyone else's IRC disconnect?
Nope.
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 Here's a switch for you. I've got a bigger one somewhere.
I pulled the cable out of the router again. I'll fix that in a few minutes. I have a bad habit of doing that.
Sure, Trip, you're sure that's an incandescent bulb?
I will show you. I promise you. It is incandescent. I didn't believe it either. I thought, okay, burn out LED bulb. I'll fix that. Some overvolted it. Whatever. No issue. Yeah, it's not LED.
And is it an indicator or backlight?
Backlight. You can't see the buttons on this thing.
People like to take the old stereos and put LEDs in, though. That's been like a thing that people do, that refurbish old stereos. But some people like put in like weird colors that don't belong there, like blue.
Well, see, here's the original thing about the refurbish of those stereos. Put the original factory bulbs that goes in there, like the big white incandescent light bulbs.
You caused me to flip it over and all the buttons fell out.
And pretty much what you do is you put them in there if they bugging the heck out of you.
It's not an old radio. It's not. I promise you.
Oh, it's a Pioneer. It's one of the top of the line radios.
But it's only a CD, which sucks.
About how old? Like
not that old. I didn't buy it. I bought it used.
I'd say could be 2005. I don't.
That sounds about right. I mean, it didn't put LEDs in it, which today you would always find LEDs because screw incandescent bulbs.
Yeah, 2005. I remember taking a couple of things apart from that era that did still use incandescent.
I'm gonna go on a culinary adventure here eventually.
What the MRE?
I bought a couple to try them out because my thought is if they're good, I'm gonna buy a couple and I'm gonna keep them in my car for like long road trips or when I go camping, just in case anything ever happens. They're shelf stable for like 6 years.
Yeah.
This is my Leatherman Wave holding the bulb. You see how microscopic that is?
Yeah, that's
Tiny light bulb.
that is about, I think, as small as these are.
Bulb.
And I measured it, and it was 1.5 volts.
That sounds about right. Those don't eat a lot of power.
Here's my thumbnail.
They're incandescent.
Do you want to know where you can get those really fast and really cheap, but they're just slightly hard to get? Is certain brands of rope light. You could just take a razor blade and cut the rope light with the razor blade and remove the individual bulbs, and they're just twisted together in there.
I just broke a leg off one. Oopsie.
Smooth. Real smooth.
I guess this one. I guess this one will be my test one.
Free. This is why we can't have nice things. Just saying. This is why we can have nice things.
I'm gonna see if I can't transfer.
Okay, I was joking about biting that, but I actually did bite down on that. Whoops.
Oh, you bit down on glass. Well, I've done stupider. I'm not going to say
The
what I
worst
did,
thing ever bit down
I did much stupider.
was a capacitor, an electrolytic capacitor. That was the nastiest thing I ever bit down on. I wasn't thinking. I was like holding it in my mouth while I was working on something. And I wasn't thinking, and I bit down on it, and all the stuff from inside the electrolytic capacitor squirted in my mouth.
How old was it? Like, was it relatively new, or was it like old?
It was a newer one, late 90s vintage. But the thing was, I told somebody about it, and then they're like, huh, and they picked one up, and they bit it, and they were like, oh, that was the worst idea ever. I'm like, why the hell would you do it then?
You
I told you it was
feel bad
terrible.
for people who do that. You just can't. And all the buttons fell here. Screw you guys. And I gotta figure out how to go back in order.
I still want to revive my 286 I have upstairs. Now that one I'm not sure if I should run the motherboard through a dishwasher or not, but it's got goo on it from mice living on it, so I'm gonna have to clean it somehow.
Try to find some low computer cleaning deoxit software or something in that sorts. And,
Because the motherboards, I did
just
run
get a
through
wire
the
toothbrush
dishwasher so
and
far, I don't know if it
clean
died.
it off.
Okay, I'm missing a button.
Stick a word in it.
I'm missing a button. I'm not happy now. Wait, there it is.
Button, where's the button?
I'm missing two other buttons, dang it. Oh, screw you guys. This is why
We love
I
you.
can have nice things.
I'm gonna see if I can bring you guys up on my other computer,
Oh, darn.
because
They're
then
just on the floor.
then maybe I could do
Freezers
some
are
fun
on the
stuff.
floor. How'd they end up there? It's just chaos now. And I just well, I halfway cleaned my room. I didn't really clean my room that much.
A little bit
I don't know.
more smoke than I intended on that
Still
I'm
one.
gonna disappear for a second. I should be right back. If not, Doogie, send me another link if I don't come back.
Okay.
Hey, Keith,
Already seen
don't try this at home.
Yeah.
No, try it at home. If you survive, you win. Oh, you want to play with fire now, is it? Oh, come on. Where did I put them? I have them over here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Wasn't
Back
it reader? So is it only
What is this?
Back here.
if it's a really bad reader, it'll pick this little.
Still knocking something on my desk, and I'm not happy about it.
Google's freaking out and trying to jump to figure out who the frick is.
It's going.
Oh, you guys might know what this thing is. So I have this little X-Tech Oyster thing. I have no clue what the heck it is. So I'm going to do with thermocouples.
Some sort of metering.
It's something to do with thermocouples. You can see the port for it there.
Okay, Oyster is a company that does, well, no, I wouldn't have X-Tech on it.
I know. And there's apparently a new version. It's something to do with thermocouples. My uncle had a bunch of thermocouple stuff. Heck, I now have a thermocouple calibration kit, which is really interesting. I don't know. It's weird. There's two of these. This one's been modified to have a little potentiometer there for some stupid reason or another.
Control.
I don't know.
Sensitivity control.
I don't know what the difference is.
You can always pop one open and take a peeky.
I haven't gotten that far into it yet. I just saw it again today. I have my screwdrivers in front of me. I have my nice Wea branded screwdrivers. The fancy ones. Dude, the difference between using one of these and using like even the iFixit set is just crazy.
You actually paid for an iFixit set?
Yes, because I needed all the little bits. I actually did need them.
You couldn't have just gone to like Harbor Freight and, you know, bought the
I am
100-piece
really-
set for $5?
I am really Not
Harbor
fond of Harbor Freight, but
Harbor Freight doesn't sell a kit that's nice.
Harbor Freight
They're deep
sells
and they get the job done.
some half-decent quality security bits that are really cheap. And I still have a set that I've had for about 9 years now, and they're really nice.
I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying that there's some lack to some of it, because the iFixit kit is actually really nice.
Yeah, my Harbor Freight, someone gave me a Harbor Freight bench grinder, and it went up in smoke about a month ago, and it was smoking so bad that I took a hammer and I punched a hole in the casing and dumped water into it to make it stop.
I
think I found out, I think the capacitor in the bottom went bad. I didn't know there was a capacitor in it, and I think...
a run cap probably, I'm assuming.
The only
There actually is a screw in this thing. It's the one screw that has been shown because he took it apart before. He didn't take the other one apart, he took this one apart. I don't know why.
Here. What is it?
Coming over
Find
here,
out.
share my screen with you guys.
There's screws under there. There's screws under there.
Can we do screen 1? Alright. I got screen 1.
Why are you hiding screws? Okay. That's so not custom.
See how well this works. Actually, let me grab headphones too, because I have a feeling there's going to be feedback if I don't. I'm not trying to ignore you, Kate. I promise.
You don't love me anymore. That's all there is to it. There's a little header there that goes off to the screen.
It's like, what the hell did you just plug in?
Didn't do it.
Alright. So now I have you in my head. There are voices in my
You
head.
just made about the worst choice you could possibly ever make, dude.
Dooge.
dude,
Dooge. There's a radio personality, your name's Doogie.
Kill everyone.
kill everyone.
I don't know if this is going to work, though. I may have to tell us to do it this a different way. I think I've gone completely black.
Yeah. Well, you're never coming back now, are you?
Hold on. I'm going to see if this works.
And nobody got the joke. And I'm not surprised, because it was pretty... There we go, somebody did.
Lighting incense with a blowtorch.
Yeah, that's a question. Why don't they make the screen share work better?
Well,
It worked better, then it broke.
well, for some reason, sometimes it doesn't work. But I have like one computer dedicated to one job, but now I am trying to figure out.
It's like you had one job.
I just keep knocking stuff on my desk and I don't know what I'm knocking off.
Whose fault is
Like,
that?
It's one thing if I know what I'm knocking off, I'm like, okay, pick that up. But I don't know what I'm knocking off.
Oh, that kills me that I can't show you this.
So these locks they put on here, these little, oh, I don't know if I can get a good angle. These right here, I love these. These are like the best thing ever.
Let's try something else.
Everything should have these kind of locks on them. They work 100% of the time. They're not in a pain in the rear end like these little flip things. And these actually lock something.
There's got to be a way around this to make this thing work.
There's a little bit of a glorious view for the moment.
Maybe Google's dodging like the possibility of like somebody suing them for
Well, no, possibly.
streaming video game technology or some crap.
Okay, Bree, did you just become anonymous?
That's not anonymous enough.
No. That'd be like, Phantom. Well, not Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Opera is the one.
What is everyone's favorite Linux distro?
Ah, shit.
I would have to say SUSE, but right now my server's running Debian.
I still like Debian.
I like the fact that Debian.
I like both. I like Debian
Yeah,
and
I would say
SUSE.
Debian from what I've experienced with Debian.
Ubuntu got bloated and became crappy. Debian
Yeah.
is better
I
now.
remember
Agreed.
when I had Ubuntu when it kind of first became.
I got it.
So what is it?
I agree.
Halftime now?
I actually got CDs. There's a whole tale to that. I sent off for the free CDs, installed them on the school computers. I didn't touch the XP machines. I only installed it on the Windows 2000s and the Windows ME machines. And unfortunately, one of my teachers decided to call IT and was like, "Hey, should we allow one of our students to install a whole new operating system?" And I got kind of told off because, "No, you can't do that. The school has a contract. They have a contract with Dell and with Microsoft. We can't have Linux on our stuff." I'm like,
So, Bree, is it hat time now? Is
"Ah,
that what you were saying with the mask?
oh no." I just randomly put it back on.
No,
Right.
see,
I got the hat right
here's the
here.
thing. I've been on Linux since 1995. Okay, when it first came out, the Ubuntu Debian version,
Mm.
6.2. And I have been used to Debian for the most part because when I got off of it, I went back to Windows for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, okay, Windows sucks, so I'm going back to Linux. And now I run Debian Mint, Developers Edition. And according to MSTOV, he's saying that it's highly unstable. Accordingly, not.
CM
And
if anyone uses Linux as your primary OS.
I use it on my Dell XPS as my primary OS, and I just use Windows for Hangouts. And
Is that actually coming through for you guys now? Can you actually see what's going on?
Oh.
Sort of.
No.
Very
And
Still
also
freaking huge.
for the folks out there in IRC that wants to know, pretty much with Debian is a pretty much good system, but the only part is that if you are good with coding to where you can type in and find your files,
What the fuck did I get on my knife?
then you could just go
Sorry.
from there and
Blood.
configure
Blood on
your
your knife.
boot prompt.
No, it's like sticky, and I don't remember cutting anything with this knife that was sticky like that. Oh, I cut an apple. I totally forgot about that. Fuck. I totally left the
Yeah,
apple.
you have to clean them after cutting fruit with a knife. Or using a knife to cut fruit, you have to clean it.
Yeah, I forgot earlier. I was out at an event where one of the games was, I can't think the actual name for the game, but basically hang an apple on a string, and you try to catch the apple. Well, you have two people, one on each side, trying to take a bite of the apple.
Here you go. Yugi, you'll like this one. This is my Haas machine impression.
Boss machine section.
Blinking red light on his head. Do you have a blinking green light?
I get it.
Dude,
I get it. I get it.
there is a blinking
Stoplight.
green light. Right here. No, the stoplight is this one. This is the stoplight outside the building. Oh wait, no, this is the green light. This is the flashing green light.
I said the E stoplight.
Do you
Oh,
wear the
yeah,
light
yeah, that was even an A-stop. No,
Right.
this is the intersection outside the building.
No, it's a flashing red at night.
This
Oh
is-
wait.
No, it flashes
No, it's a-
yellow.
It flashes yellow. The side we can see flashes yellow.
Hmm.
And that's hurting my hip. That's right.
I don't usually pay that close attention to the stoplight.
And
Hey, this is the
Neogen,
one.
you are right.
All sorts of
You're
little things.
if you're using Debian Wheezy 7.3, that is a pretty good OS. And from there, you can probably find all the files that you need from root prompt and load them onto your hard drive on your PC.
Yeah, the broke skin. I was playing with this thing because I have to fidget with something. It's a fairly beefy little grabber because it is Fluke branded. And I accidentally let it grab my finger.
So, in the game, there happens to be this thing,
And it broke skin.
and you could sleep and have nightmare.
You can sleep and have a nightmare within a game that is already kind of nightmarish to begin
Oh
with.
god! Oh god!
Pseudos. Now is not the time for that.
Oh,
Turn off
that's
your
one
camera
heck of a
first.
nightmare. Oh my god, it went retro. Really retro. So is that supposed to be like a nightmare of your past or something? Oh my god. Nightmares? First days of Wolfenstein.
So, the next question. I know Tucoshare uses Ubuntu. Correct, Tucoshare, if you are in IRC and knowledge.
Okay. You hear myself, I'm going to shove an LED in there and see how that works.
We have live events every once in a while. I haven't done one in actually a very long time because I've been busy working on other things with the lab, but tonight I was here and I was working on my stuff and I figured, oh, why not host a Google Hangout?
And we all enjoy it. Everybody has fun.
Best nightmare ever.
Also, that's the iPod.
Pseudos.
Bright lime green.
Best nightmare ever, Death by Snoo Snoo.
That's not a nightmare, that's...
It is, because you die, isn't it?
We will never talk about that.
Not after the incident?
Neogen, you are right. Ubuntu 14.04 MBR
Yeah.
is great.
Wolfenstein's awesome.
And
I guess you aren't supposed to
for
talk about that after
other
the incident, so...
OSs,
But yeah, you should
I
take
would
a look.
say
You should
that,
see the.
pretty
you
much
should see the,
if you go Wheezy, it will work pretty well. Instead of LMDE, try LXDE and see if it'll work.
one of those has to be hidden.
Some really bad sounds. Yay.
One of those has to be a secret.
No, it's back the other way, I think. I'm actually running out of
I
ammo,
know.
though.
I
That's
know
the
behind
bad
the
thing.
picture. I know there's a secret behind a picture of Hitler, and it gives you a whole bunch of like power-ups and stuff.
No.
Correct.
Oh yeah.
Where's Twinkie?
Yeah.
You need a pair of dikes. I have to go grab some out of the toolbox.
Correct.
Ubuntu 1? What are they trying to do? Mimic Microsoft and the Xbox?
Pretty much, I can answer that. Pretty much for anybody that knows Microsoft and Xbox, it's a combined system. You can run Yellow Dog Linux on that system, and pretty much it works well.
Wait, Xbox
But
One's
you-
already been rooted for...
Xbox One has already been rooted for Yellow Dog. Xbox
cool.
360 has already been rooted for Yellow
Oh.
Dog.
Xbox 360's been out for a while.
Has already been rooted for Yellow Dog, and so has the Nintendo Wheel has been rooted for Yellow Dog.
Oh, jeez. I could only wish I could have this in the original Wolfenstein.
And pretty much, you can just boot from CD, you can look up all your games, and play them right online. Via wireless, but it's going to cost you if you run it on your PS2 or your PS3.
Nintendo will. When did they release that? I heard you say Nintendo will. I caught my attention.
No, I'm talking about the Linux strip. Yellow Dog for Nintendo Will, they have an ISO boot prompt for it.
Nintendo Wii?
Yes, Nintendo Wii. You said will. Twice.
Yeah. I was like, there's the Wii U and there's the Wii.
I'm talking about before the Wii U. I'm talking about
The Wii.
yeah.
Yeah, the Wii.
The Wii.
Well,
the
see,
Wii.
I'm trying. I got notes here that I'm looking at online that is what has been released for the certain game systems, and I'm reading straight from my computer to the
Yeah, that's
IRC.
awesome.
So,
Alright,
so
let's
pretty
see this
much all those. If you if you ever
Now
have used Yellow Dog, but
here's the
now
fun part.
they
Is this-
require an account.
Mm.
They require you to have an account since it's not a quote unquote free OS.
Okay, Josh. Here's the question I have to ask you now. Is this the Wolfenstein 3D version, or is this the Doom 2 level 31 version?
This is Wolfenstein 3D.
Okay, because Doom 2 had a level 30. It was like level 31 or something, or level 32 or something, and it was this level. And at the end of it, there was a cyber demon.
Sure, yeah. Sure. Is that
Yeah,
a box that is actually designed to be like a little speaker
Yes.
system? Or...
it is. 4 radio, powered off of 12 volts.
We'll find out because I haven't finished this before I died the first time.
Interesting. Kind of a waste of the aluminum box.
It was designed for it, actually. Designed also for a CB radio.
Oh.
For truckers who can't have one
Check
installed.
those here.
$10 at a yard
I've
sale.
seen more rugged versions, but I wouldn't imagine just an aluminum case with the speakers
Check those here.
exposed.
What
that
are you
well.
referring to
Hey.
in the game systems? Are you referring to the Wii or the Wii U?
$10 at a yard sale.
Just
I
referring
couldn't complain.
IRC.
Oh, for $10? Hell no. What did it have in it already?
That Pioneer radio and the speakers. And two of the speakers are essentially brand new.
Oh, cool. Having a Bluetooth module and a lead acid battery. and
Probably
charger,
going to
or-
completely swap out the radio, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Add in some sort of MP3 module or MP3 player hookup or
Yeah,
Bluetooth.
that sort of popped the LED.
Now here's the fun part. Does anyone remember that there's a secret within a secret here?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a tad more than probably the 2 volts at once. I had the polarity right, but a tad more than the 2 volts at once.
Put a resistor across it.
It blew like 9 volts. It blew like it was 9 or 12 volts. I was doing it, but it can't get it that much.
And we're back out of the drain.
Have the radio on and meter it again.
It's on the back side of it. You have to have this sucker in there.
Well, put wire up.
This is a pain in the ass now.
Wire up 2 long, cheap, thin wires, like from a phone cord.
Wire wrap kit would be awesome right now, but I don't have one.
Do you have like an old phone cable
I'll snip some leads off of something.
or Ethernet cable?
Before I short out the 12-volt battery again. The other day, I
don't
went
do
to
that.
hook
That's
up power for
bad idea.
UPS. Want to know what I did with the alligator cables trying to put it in 24 volts?
Hmm.
Put it right across the battery, thinking I was putting the negative lead on for the ZVS plug. That was a fun few seconds. The sucker was shooting out sparks at me and heating up in my hand. Yeah, SOA batteries never get old.
Well, compared to lithium, they're much
A car battery. A
nicer.
car battery would have made the cable detonate because, well, it's a really thin alligator lead. It would have detonated on 600 amps.
Ooh, yoser.
Hello. What's that?
What?
That looks dangerous.
Tell me what doesn't look dangerous.
Yeah,
That looks
it's a boy.
dangerous.
Of course, when talking about danger, just insert a picture of Chris.
Don't. Oh boy. But hope he. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
What, you're afraid because I mentioned his name?
I'm going to keep my mouth shut because he may pop up at any moment.
Just wait, Chad.
You'll summon him.
You'll
You'll summon him now.
the bodenating will start.
Yes,
There we go.
I'm
Yeah,
going to keep my mouth shut.
We'll start.
I think Captain likes me for some fuck all right.
Who does
I mean,
the
I
Los Angeles
do
people?
my best to not piss anyone off. I suppose that's one of the reasons why I'm decently well liked, but
It's life if you don't make a few people angry.
I
Just
do
ask-
make a few people
Just
angry.
ask Chris.
I don't
He makes
prefer.
everybody angry, but we still stick around him.
True.
Like, they don't call him. Well, no, the only game was called the Captain Asshole, but you can call him that if you want. He'd probably love the name, and you can call him Iron Fist.
Ferris Fist, Iron Fist,
Oh, he'll hurt you for Ferris Fist.
Bodin.
Detail cleaning heads on the tape drive.
Hey, we can call him.
Is
Heli
that what
Fist.
an alcohol pad, Diggy?
There
Yeah.
we go. Yeah, we just need to start calling him Heli Fist.
What?
Heli Fist.
Okay.
Of course, the funniest thing was the little projectile fist that got sent in.
Those were funny.
Just all
It
of
was
a
so funny
sudden-
that you assumed that they were so much dirtier than they were.
I know, but those.
It's like, oh my god, no.
What
but-
was in the other box? What was in the other box? Wait, Doogie, you know what's in the box?
They were both the same.
Were they?
Both the blue boxes were the same.
Well, that's just a buzzkill right there.
For which female?
I was hoping it was like an oversized dildo or something
No.
stupid like that. I was thinking Chucky did something even more
Bungless.
horrible.
If you see Bung List in the IRC, that's the guy who sent them in.
Yeah, well, Chucky sent in the last thing, and that was pretty hilarious.
It wasn't Chucky. I don't remember the guy's name. Maybe it's Chucky.
Oh,
No,
Was there ever a confirmation as to what it was?
I kind of
Oh.
know who you're talking about.
Blue
Greg.
boxes with the fancy ribbon?
no,
The
before
second
blue
one they wouldn't
box.
show.
The previous one, the other day that he went and surprised Mark with it.
Yeah, that's
one-
fine. But was it ever confirmed what was in the second box that he wouldn't show?
Apparently more the little fist.
According to Bung List, they're both identical.
Yeah, according to Bungless, yeah, they're both identical. Yeah, I remember that one.
I just love the fact he started running around with them. That was the best part. But he started giving everybody the pink ones first. That's the interesting part. Everybody was getting the pink ones.
Well,
There
knowing
were a
what
bunch of
Captain
colors in there. Most of them weren't
Mail,
pink.
I'm sure his mind was, oh my god, no, these. Someone said these. It's kind of.
No,
His
I think
mind
he was
thought,
doing
oh,
it just to mess with
they were
people.
worse.
That's who he is.
Oh hey, this game stole the power thing from Half-Life or whatever.
Kind of.
That's kind of. But then again, considering that Half-Life 2 takes place in like a European setting, I'm not surprised.
Did I just hear Half-Life 3 confirmed? I need to play Half-Life.
Half-Life -1 confirmed.
That's the fun part. You can play this game stealth, or you can go in gun.
Gaben.tv.
I still never played Half-Life, and I think I have it. I just never played it. I don't have much interest
Let
in
me
playing
look
it.
at my Steam.
If you go in
I
guns
think I
blazing on
tried, but I
this,
couldn't stand the graphics because I was bored and I wanted something more entertaining.
I think someone gifted me Half-Life 1, actually.
Bioshock?
I don't know what to be.
Oh, it was Bioshock, yes. I need to.
I'm like, yeah, I was like, I think I remember gifting you Bioshock. Did you ever even play it yet?
I don't. Steam. I keep forgetting that Steam doesn't automatically.
Yeah, it doesn't. And I know I'm like halfway downloaded a bunch of updates, and I don't want to open them up.
Well, also, I have Steam not to launch on startup, so.
Okay.
Yeah, same here. That thing tries to update. It tries to update like 50 or like 20 gigs at a time, and screw that.
Oh shit! No! Do not start installing.
Too late.
Oh shit!
What'd you do? What button did you push?
Because it's trying to install Thief because Thief was on sale. So
You pushed the wrong button. You're not supposed to push the red button. How many
Exactly.
times have we gone over this? Don't
it
push
wasn't red.
the
It was
red button.
gray.
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct.
Are you colorblind too now?
But Thief is 19.8 gigabytes.
Only? Only?
Yes, only.
I think I have some 30 gig games. I think Portal 2 was like 30 gigs. That was a fun
let me
game.
see if I can go to it.
I'm gonna
Oh,
show you
Thunder
something.
Here we
Downloads,
go.
probably.
Alex
You
is
ready?
online.
You ready? Steam
Oh,
folder.
Alex
everything
might
is going in the crapper.
You see my Steam
Might wanna
folder?
join. We'll see.
Let's go. Yes, see it.
Hold on. Here, Steam folder.
Someone send Alex a link.
Oh, we better
sure.
run now. We
I'll
got
send him a
like
link.
30 seconds before he comes on. Quick, say something bad about him.
I sent it to him.
Oh, I'm just gonna wait. He's gonna give me hell. I'm just waiting. I know he will.
Okay, I don't know how many other people's Steam folder has this much stuff, but I did that in 3 days through my internet connection. I'm sure my ISP was really happy with that.
Hey,
Next join.
you're torrenting stuff. We know you're torrenting. No, it's,
Well, no, they look at the protocol. If they want to say you're torrenting, they just look at the protocol.
yeah.
Hey, dude, you can max join?
Let me see what's in my Steam folder. While
Let me.
also doing.
I can't.
Yes.
Anyways,
I'm gonna
The
Hey,
fun part-
Davey, Alex is asking to join. Can
I already
assume
sent
we're-
Alex a link. I want to know if it's okay if Max.
Alex, click on the link that Suga sent you.
Yeah, and Max wants to get in on it too.
How many do we have so far?
Max Mars, yes. Send him a link.
Okay, he has a link now.
Here's a capacitor with abnormally long legs. That would be perfect.
Where the bloody hell is Steam folder again?
My Steam folder is 381 gigabytes.
Steam puts its folder under programs, doesn't it?
Unless
I
you
had to
tell it
move
otherwise.
I'm
I have
like,
a
Actually, made it its own
128
folder.
gig SSD. I have more games than I have SSD space. So that wasn't going to work.
I'm waiting for mine to teeter over a terabyte, which isn't very far away.
They
I
got
need to open up a
Oh
workstation.
my, are they
of course, it's Steam
crazy
86.
insane expensive? I'm not buying one.
I'm waiting for a terabyte to cost under $100 at an
Steam.
SSD before I even consider one.
You can get a terabyte hard drive for under $100, no
You can
problem.
get a terabyte hard drive for under $100. I'm thinking a 1 terabyte SSD.
Oh,
Once those become under $100, then I'll get one.
that'll be a while.
Yeah, you're gonna be waiting.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I will have no regrets.
Also, I don't want a terabyte SSD. Want to know why? Because by the time that terabyte SSD becomes useful, I want to be doing an insane number of reads and writes to it because, ow, it's burning my hand. I'm having to solder the legs on holding the leg. The leg gets really hot really fast. Unfortunately, thermodynamics are a thing. But
If
I
I
would
navigate,
max out at a 500 gig SSD. If I'm doing more data than that I need to keep on that SSD, there's something wrong.
okay,
Yep.
Steam folder entirely is
Now all we need is Ed. Someone go wake up Ed. Get him online.
just calculating.
Yes, we'll wake him up and get him away from his father.
calculating.
That's definitely a thing to do, is to get Ed away from his dad on Father's Day.
Oh,
Yep.
well,
Yeah, bad idea.
Shit. I didn't realize it was that big.
I was like, wait a second, that's right.
It's
It's
Father's
Father's
Day.
Day.
It's ticking up. Okay, it just stopped.
The
The
internet.
Steam
Yeah, that's
folder.
not much of a holiday for me.
Steam's
For me, it's my day
folder.
off.
Ow.
Oh,
Steam's folder by itself on my laptop is 85.6 gigabytes. That's program files / Steam. That's
What?
massive.
You don't save your Steam things to a different hard drive?
No, I only have. Well, I have an external hard drive, but it's kind of pointless.
Oh
for
wait,
Steam.
you said laptop.
Yeah.
You said laptop. Okay, yeah. I forget because not everybody has 2 hard drives in their laptop, and
No, mine can't support two.
No, but Western Digital was nice enough that when my 320 black failed my laptop, they sent me a 750 to replace it.
Nice.
why?
Anyways, the thing I was saying about this game was if you go through the game and you play stealth, you encounter less guys. But if you go running in here shooting guns off like mad, they'll actually call more guys in, and you'll actually have bigger firefights because of that. And I absolutely hate these dogs.
I must say, I like this kit. It's a nice little kit.
I'm forgetting to have 2 screens
Oh,
going.
look at them.
Am I not highlighting that displays Google? I
The plastic candy clips because I'm not breaking out those other leads because I had to fold them up last time.
There we go.
It's like, you're gonna use them ready.
Okay, Max is in. I think. If Google.
Ooh, stop that.
Pixels, pixels, pixels. Coffee and sushi. That's an interesting combination, Eggman.
Wait, what? Did you say coffee and sushi?
Yeah.
Ew.
Doesn't sound like that abnormal.
Coffee is just part. Well, coffee on an
But
empty
again,
stomach.
remember, you are drinking right now.
Actually, I haven't drink. Well, okay, I had a rum and coke earlier.
That was one of the first things you said at the beginning of the call, was making fun of that. I'll hold it against you.
%17% alcohol by volume.
Wonderful.
Well, I guess you are a bit far north for moonshine.
That's enough to clean a carburetor with.
Maybe.
No.
This is Irish cream. I don't think you want to try cleaning anything with it because it will leave a nice cream and caramelish.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
Now, if you want to clean a car, this is probably better.
And before Coca-Cola.
I know this is only 5.8. It's thinking of the straight vodka I had at one point. I goofed and grabbed Smirnoff green apple instead of Smirnoff ice green apple. Big
Yeah, I thought you were
difference
gonna hold up like a can of Coca-Cola or something because that's what you use to clean out a car. That'll clean out your car real good.
Well, no, this is what you must basically use to clean your battery cables and stuff.
Oh,
so.
I forgot. I also have a can of Mountain Dew because we can't just support Coke here.
Mountain Doo-Doo. I have
Juice.
Mountain... No, it's bad, unless it's Sorback. Then it's good.
Is Pepsi a banned substance in your neck of the woods?
What?
You keep saying Coke is advertising this. Is Pepsi a banned substance in your neck of the
No,
woods?
no. I was joking with Coke.
I know, I'm being funny. My grandfather used to work for Coke, so in my family, Pepsi is a banned substance.
No, actually, I've never really. Coke is okay. Coke, I have Coke only because it goes really good with rum. The flavoring of Coke goes really good with spiced rum. It doesn't go so good with Pepsi or Dr.
Well,
Pepper.
I'll have to take your word for it, because I wouldn't know.
But I don't generally drink colas. I like Dr. Pepper. But generally, I don't drink colas straight often. Like every time I'm out, like a fountain, like a soda fountain, like at a place, I usually mix. If I have Dr. Pepper, I'll mix pepper in, but usually it's root beer, Coke, Dr. Pepper, and a bit of orange. Scorpions.
12 volts.
Oh,
That was not awkward at all to measure.
hey.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty
Low-shi.
rail.
I'm sorry. Low. Wait. That's gonna
So,
be so.
3. Check, see if those bulbs are 12 volts. Not 1.5, I was wrong.
Okay. There's a cap for this.
Yeah, I think last time I checked, anytime you put 12 volts across an LED, it kind of goes pop.
No, no, not of mine. Have a good one.
I think that's a variable voltage supply that can go up. Let's see. Yes, it can. Okay.
Those bulbs would probably be the exact match for the ones in my truck, but
Speaking of
have
video
one in my
games, guys, speaking of video games, where do I stick this?
Oh, that's video. That's not the way I want to clip.
oh yeah, I meant to show this. Check out this fuse. Bit of a beefy one.
I looked up and I see science instead of the fuse because I'm on the wrong screen.
Only 45 amps.
So this is a sticker. Where do I stick it?
Science level. What does it say below? No,
Temperature, science level. Parking permit.
oh, permit.
Aperture laboratory, science level, parking permit.
I have one of the black.
Okay, I've got the power supply free from CRT. It was connected to the little CRT. I think I may have pissed off my Raspberry.
Okay, we're getting the fun part here. Here comes one of the great encounters with a Panzerhund.
Yay!
It all in the box. Okay. My work area power supply switch. I think this actually is a circuit pressure. Not sure. Okay. What? Oh, I put the bulbs back. Why did I do that? Okay, one of the bulbs. This blows up in my face because it's overvolted. I'm going to be
Look at your
pissed.
face. I'm going to laugh.
It shouldn't. I mean, 12 volts would just get hot and yeah.
I don't know. If it depends on the answer, it might go pop. But if it does, I'll laugh.
Okay.
I've had stuff blow up in my face, so I can laugh. Fireballs are the most fun. Gotta love the
Okay,
smell
we'll
of
start at
fun,
3 volts.
especially whenever it's nose hair.
Start at 3 volts. And
Watch it be the first bulb you get's already burnt out. So you sit there trying to crank it up and it doesn't do it at all.
that's at 3 volts.
Here comes a good moment right here.
That's 3 volts, so
What? Wait. Is that? Oh, that's
See?
beer. For the moment, I thought you had set a hot
See
sauce
peeing?
bottle on your desk, and I was like, please tell me you're gonna drink it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a 3-volt LED. I doubt that's.
oh,
Schmuck.
flush.
Let me see. How many do we have?
4.5.
10 out of 10 would kill again.
It might be a 6. That's not a 12-volt bulb. That's so not a 12-volt bulb.
7.5.
I wasn't numbered
12.
yet. Holy crap!
It works on 12. I don't know how long it would last, but it's really fucking bright on
Keep it
12.
there. That's bright as crap.
I wonder how bright it actually is. Let me turn off the room light.
That's bright. That's what I'm going to say about that. That is insanely bright for that little itty bitty bulb.
Not the TV briefly. Yeah, I can use this as a room light, kind of. Very atmospheric.
I got a few nice little bulbs up here. They're in that little red bin I
I
have.
do not want to feel how hot this is because it's probably insanely hot.
Lick it.
No.
Stick it where the sun don't shine.
Let's briefly touch. Well, it doesn't feel very hot. So either it cools down really, really, really fast, or it doesn't.
Remember, there's almost no thermal mass in that bulb.
True.
So,
Dang, it took 12 volts and just kept going. It's like,
check out the filament in this thing. Come on, move the slider.
that's one of the awesome things about incandescents. You can go, like,
And that's
really
why
high
I love
and
them.
they just-
Because you can do crap like that. You can't do it with other stuff.
now, imagine if I put it
Filament
directly
winding,
on
like, you want to get the voltage this thing wants? That much filament?
12,
240. You want to know what we don't have here in the U.S.?
240.
Yeah.
Well,
I can make 3-phase in my basement.
We do.
how?
We do have it in places.
Yeah,
but you're not going
240
to
is
just have it.
commonly used
Stig,
for.
if you want a link, let's see if you can fix the Stig welder, because
Actually, Trip.
Hang on.
Trip.
Hang on, guys. Let me handle this. You PM me. I'll deal with it.
What, Bree?
Trip. Actually, dryers.
Well, yeah, I know that. It's 120 each side of ground, out of phase.
Yes.
Right. That's only 220 for the, well, yeah, it's rated for 220 because it's 110 either side, but 240 in the long run. But I don't get it. There's 208, 220, 240. They're all about within the spec of each other. That's the weirdest thing ever. It's like, pick one and stick to it. Because we get rated at 110, 115, 120. Then you got the oddballs. Sometimes it says up to 30, 140. You got the ones that stay down to 100. I think I've seen 107 before. That was a really oddball one. It's like, pick one.
Part of that is the U.S. has some really weird, strange.
Oh, wait, a good example. 125. Who picks the numbers? They just like, hey, let's grab a dart and throw it at the board.
Let's see, 125 would be
6.
But,
higher
so,
than.
I mean, it's just kind of whatever, but I'm not doing that just for a bulb. I don't like playing with 120. I really don't want to play with 240. Although I did play with
120 will make you cry. 240 and
Wait, 120 makes you cry? I put 120 through my arm the other week. It was fun. Heck, I had a shocking book that hurt more than that.
Stig wants to join in.
I'm talking to him via PM right now, so he's trying to find his headset. Let him find his headset and everything. I'm talking to him via PM.
I know somebody who got hit with 480 DC and lived to tell about it.
Really?
They said their friend had to basically hit them with a toolbox to get their hand off the thing that was live.
Jesus.
Like, he said the guy just didn't really think. He just picked up the toolbox and slammed him in the chest to knock him away from the piece of equipment because he just saw him tense up. Because when you have DC, you latch onto things if you're holding something.
Threat current.
Well, actually, my ZVS. Well, no, the ZVS hurt about as bad as touching that. Well, it was technically, I was reaching into a dryer. Someone mislabeled the breakers.
Oops.
That's fun.
So it technically wasn't 220. It was just 120 because the body's grounded. I could just be hit twice as fast, being they're out of phase. I mean, technically that's the worst that could happen because I'm not going to reach across each phase. I'm just going to reach from one of them to the case. So it's that on my arm, and I pulled it out. It was just fine. It tingled a bit. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't grab that.
Well, within your arm, as I've done that before, that isn't uncomfortable, but
hand and pocket, back pocket, because it's in the front pocket. You could be doing something else.
That's one way to be forever.
Yeah, you might end up bridging a connection if you're doing that. You'll connection that way.
Yeah. I'm like, it's like, I knew it was just my arm. I'm like, whatever, I'll just, but yeah, I was like, I don't know what breaker it was, but it was definitely the wrong breaker that was labeled dryer. You have to love all the houses.
Invest in one of these handy things. Non-contact.
I'm kind of staring at LS on my 39-inch LCD here.
Bree.
I still see that we are almost close to the fundraiser, so can we try to close this out tonight?
This side's dead because it's not on the Switch. It's not Switch.
Bree. Look. Mine's bigger than yours.
No, it's 5.
Because I didn't care now. It's been fun. I have one of those sitting in the toolbox. I think it's just.
I picked this up for. I paid the guy $10 for it.
I'm guessing that one was a Fluke one, or is it another brand? It looked a bit brighter yellow.
It's not Fluke. It just says GT-10 voltage.
Okay, yeah. So it was a brighter yellow. I wasn't sure if it was your camera or not, but I have a Fluke one. My uncle liked getting expensive things for some reason. I think his work paid for it. Because otherwise, I don't know how to explain this thing. Because I doubt he would buy this for his own use.
What is that?
That's a 289.
Hmm.
And I don't even need one that massive. I'm going to keep it, but I don't need one that massive. And I don't think he did either for what he did. So I think his work bought it for him, is all I can think.
Like, yeah, hey guys, I need a multimeter. I want this multimeter.
That's
Okay, sure.
seriously what I think happened. Because
There
he
you
just
go.
started a new, here's what happened. He had just started a new job about a year ago. And the date code for the calibration and the date code for the software it came with was last year. And so I think his new job bought it for him and didn't ask for it back. I'm not going to say anything to him.
This runs off triple A's.
But yeah, no, there's a calibration from last year. I have the software for it. It's fancy.
I'll be right back.
This is kind of nice because it's 50 to 1,000 volts AC Cat 4.
What are you doing over there? Those are some interesting sounds.
You're probably gonna have to turn my mic down because
I
tried
can mute you for the time being
Oh,
if you
wait.
need to be, Max.
That just
Well, I
reminded
can
me of the
do
sounds
myself,
that were
but I
made
was
whenever
trying to turn my mic volume down, and I couldn't figure out a way to do it.
I still loved Twink's reaction whenever Chris put the high voltage connector in on that transformer.
Oh, yes.
On the blog, that was
Twink's reaction is precious.
He was the only one that made a sound, and he just sat back there and chuckled. He tried his best to hold it back, but he couldn't help it. He chuckled. And he chuckled a second time when he went to go back and put the proper connector in there.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I'm still waiting. His hair is going to be lime green by the end of tomorrow, probably.
Why lime green? I'm missing something.
Because someone donated $50 to have him dye his hair lime green. So he's no longer doing a Smurf, and he's going to be doing something else. I don't know what's green, but he's doing it. Maybe a lizard?
No, the next thing that's green is a leprechaun.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, he's doing leprechauns now.
Yeah.
I guess Smurfs were too small or something.
Oh.
I don't know. We have to make these
I
jokes.
think Smurfs are slightly smaller.
I'm waiting for him to. Yeah, I mean, yeah, physically, yeah. I mean, it's actually really close, but they're just slightly smaller. I'm just waiting for him to pop up an IRC and yell at me.
He just went offline. Oh God.
Oh,
Okay, I'm going to. Where's
Wow,
that image? Oh God, this is perfect for him.
That's some timing right there. He literally just went offline. That was a pink timeout too, so he didn't hear that. That's good timing.
Google image. No, screen share. Screen share. One, please. Yes, this one. That'll do. Look at this.
That's still some awesome visuals. You might have muted your mic, but that's still some awesome visuals, just to let you know.
Okay.
Hackster movie.
It's a new outfit
Good
for
to know.
Jerry. It's a new outfit for Jerry.
It's missing something in the groin area.
It's a display. They can't really do that.
That was still
Yeah,
the
really.
funniest
That's
thing.
true.
I still got a screenshot of him using that to cover up, and that was hilarious.
Okay, you might switch it back to my camera. Thank you.
I'm still so disappointed they deleted the archive before I could get a copy of it.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that. Actually, live.
And let's see. What's today's date?
Man, the look on Mark's face, that was
14th. Oh
priceless.
boy. All I gotta say is it's probably the last day for Justin TV.
Oh, well, no, that already ended, didn't it?
No, it's
It
tomorrow.
extended.
Oh, I guess technically, yeah.
It's tomorrow. Sunday.
Well, technically now. Well, it's Eastern time. Well, no, Central time it is, too.
What archive do you need? Anonymize. It was a JTV.
Justin TV.
Yeah, Justin TV archive. It was
the
for.
archive where Chris stripped, and then he used
Then he and Mark.
toy to cover up after Mark.
But yeah, but
never
then
used
after
him.
that, he went into the archives. I was told that it got
Yes.
deleted.
Yeah,
So-
it actually got
Or
deleted.
Unless someone recorded it live, I doubt they got a copy of it.
There are folks who have copies, but because of the nature of the live stream, if anyone read the fucking rules,
You will automatically be banned.
Yeah.
yes, you cannot
Now,
record
can't
the
put it
live
up-
stream without permission.
You can't
cannot
put it up
record-
publicly.
You cannot record live stream without express permission.
You can
Captain.
record it. You can record it, but you
No, you
cannot.
can't.
You're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to without asking Chris first.
There are a few folks who have.
They have
explicit
said that
permission.
you can record it for private use. They are fine with that.
You can record it for private use, but you cannot
You
record it
cannot
at
post-
all without asking Chris. I heard that from Sparky because I asked Sparky first. And Sparky told me not without express permission from Chris.
Can't
That was
post.
the bottom line that Sparky said.
Anonymous bed, double check the IRC rules. It doesn't actually say can't post without permission. It says you cannot record the live streams.
Without express permission. Anonymous, you are right. We have looked in RC rules, and it said you cannot record without express permission.
Well, Anonymous is saying can't post without permission.
Well,
Okay.
you can't post or you can't record because it's also said by Sparky as well. Because
Yeah.
I have asked, and I have asked number of ops, and they told me no.
Well, we're just clearing up the difference between you can record it but not post it versus you can't record it at all. Which
Right, you can't record at all. Most basically, that was the bottom line by Sparky. You can't record at all. So that's why I attend to ask first before.
I record everything.
Well, we got you on video, and considering Doogies also has this push to YouTube, it's going to be in
You
video.
can't forget, the NSA is also recording everything too.
Hmm?
Yes, I just opened that can of worms, and yes, I know what I did, and I'm bored.
Oh, the NSA. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. You can.
I'm changing the subject slightly, because I feel like opening a can of worms right now.
I plead the fifth.
Okay, CMS TRM asking, what systems are you guys running?
Oh, I can tell you that. Where's that handy
Windows.
system?
Yeah!
Windows Z.
Oh, actually, that probably just caused HexChat to crash. Hey, that's my info.
Oh, wait, yeah, there's an info plugin for that, isn't there?
Yes.
Yes,
just-
there is.
Who gets kicked first?
I am not posting my info on
Is it
IRC.
just info
Sorry.
spam
I'm
time?
going to
I'm
announce
good at
my
that.
info
Wait, I don't have the
because
plugin
I am
installed.
sticking to
Crap.
rules. My system is running a Windows 7 Ultimate,
Just info spam
and it's
time?
running at 1 gig of RAM.
No, I don't have the
1.6
plugin
gig of RAM.
installed. Dang it. Ah.
Oh, what you're currently watching me play on is a Core i7, 16 gigs of RAM, probably about
It's not
5
that
or
bad of a
6
message.
terabytes.
87.39 hours. Wow.
You're using it. Oh, that's right. You're on a laptop. I'm like, I see 1 gigahertz APU. I'm like, that can't be fast.
1 hertz, 1 gigahertz, and that's the APU. The CPU goes up to about 3, if I recall correctly.
It's okay, I just posted a link with my picture of my guts.
I could.
Not my
Well-
guts, but my computer guts. Which is probably the better thing to
I
do.
guess a specky window is probably the best way to go about this. So should have used
Yeah, because the best way
Computer
to
guts
go
with a specky window is a choice. So you take a picture of your guts and you put a specky window in the top right
I'm
corner.
not
Yeah.
getting a picture of the guts. I don't have a current picture of that. That's
Anonymous.
every week or so. No,
I am looking at stream rules, and I am not going to announce them on live stream.
There you go.
Just because of the fact.
The
I
number
will
of things
know
underneath graphics is absurd.
I will know you can record for your own archives only, but you are not to post. That
It's
is
still loading up all the
it.
hard drives. I keep forgetting about this. It takes forever.
Dell ThinkMaster.
And
What the f?
it acknowledged that you will be banned from IRC, but I am sticking to ground rules of what is being said from Sparky about the closing of archives, and that's what I am going by as until this point, until Captain gives the word, and that's what I'm sticking to.
Why
Let's
the heck?
talk about rules some more.
Pseudos, why the hell do you not have any optical drives?
Because I don't.
You don't need them for anything?
Well, no, I just recently acquired a CD burner FireWire thing. I'm gonna drop my dual layer DVD burner in it.
I think you can say half of what my system has in it.
I mean, I don't have any optical drives in this particular machine. I do have a laptop with the CD drive.
Nowadays,
DVD
they're
drive,
kind of
but that's about it.
Nowadays.
How many
It's
optical
not that it's
drives do you
pointless.
want?
It's just
Oh, come on. Wake up now.
No.
Being an retard. Come on.
Test receive, Anonymous.
If anyone ever thinks about getting a Western Digital green drive, don't do it.
What's wrong with the green drive?
A 30-second spin-up time.
Jeez.
You know what Windows does when it waits for a drive to spin up? Trick question. It's nothing. It freezes.
Yes, we can hear you.
It's not showing my volume anymore.
you're audible.
That's weird.
You're
audible.
Because I'm sitting here talking, and I don't even think like people were hearing me.
No.
So the machine is an i7-4770.
This segment was brought to you by Audible.com. Because
is it working?
I'm still.
Can you hear us now?
Oh, that's already trademarked. It has to be something else. It's like, can you hear me now?
Oh.
Can you hear me now? Can you not hear me now? That's not trademark.
Do you feel me now?
Oh, do you feel me now?
Do you feel me now?
You gotta say it with a low tone. Make it sound as sexual as possible.
So-
It makes it funnier.
That's Wolfenstein: The New Order, and I've actually rather been enjoying that.
Alright,
Can you
skirt.
feel me now?
I'm just-
Damn it, I was too close to the mic. Overdrove the mic.
That sounded almost like SpongeBob. Just slightly.
Gary!
Really? Are we doing that now? Well, I wouldn't start
We're
that.
sorry,
The last
folks
thing-
who are watching this via Doogie's YouTube live stream.
The last thing we need to start is a series of impersonations. That's so bad, so fast. Wait until someone breaks out the crisp impersonation.
Wait, so Specky, you guys say, huh?
Well, I wasn't going to use
Yeah,
Specky.
Specky
Specky would
and
say half of
on
what my
top of
system
that-
was. So what? I'm thinking out. What is this? That's 6 terabytes of.
everybody. Hey.
You can't do it. You can do it, but you're a bit flat. Dr. Nick is a sharper voice.
I was just doing a random voice. Hey, 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 stay out of my shed.
Stay out of my shed!
Mine
Bobby.
decent when it's not through this crappy mic.
What?
Mr. Judge of Pizza, Mr. Joseph this way.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a decent one.
die!
You're gonna do what to me, sir?
Stay
Mr.
out of
Joseph,
my
I-
shed. What?
Hey, 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 stay out of my shed. It's a reference for a really twisted parody of a TV series.
Hey, hey, hey!
I won't ask.
Just,
I don't need to know.
Just look. Just search.
I don't need to know. I don't need to know. I don't need to know. I don't need to know.
It's called
Wait,
shed.
Whatever it is, I probably don't need to know.
Pseudos, I think you need to know.
No, I don't need to know.
Friendship is
You
witchcraft.
want to know.
Yeah, now I really don't want to know. Thank you very much.
Friendship is tragic.
I don't even know.
Happy-
I'm just messing with you.
It reminds me of Happy. My mind
It's
comes to my mind as Happy Tree Friends.
Here we go. Let's see. Can you guys read it?
It's
Oh,
suffering.
is it backwards?
You may have to flip that around.
How do I flip it?
Camera settings. I
Smooth.
don't
No, because it's not on the camera. It's the screen share.
know.
Screen share suddenly
Google's
back.
flipping it.
Damn you, Google. Now it won't come back out of screen share.
You're really good at this. You know that, right? There is some finesse in making it mess up continuously. It's called the user factor.
Now, you know, I think it's because I was screen sharing for so long. I'm gonna reload the Hangout.
Cap.
I have no volume meter, nothing.
It's the volume meter.
Bree, did you just almost hit the ignore button on me?
No, I haven't touched it.
Oh, really? I'm typing here, and I got like about 25 pages open, and I'm
Okay, I'm
doing
back.
all kinds of
I'm way
some
down
other things.
here. I'm just laying straight on the floor because my back was. There's. So I'm just.
Okay, now it's not backwards. And I have my volume back.
Now I'm setting up.
See if I can get screen share working. Should be able to do. Wait. Screw it. I can load up a monitor. Which one is? That is.
Oh God, you have
That
your Reddit.
What?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
You got a problem with that?
I need to turn something on, then we can run Specky.
You got a problem with that?
No, there's certain sections, subreddits of Reddit that I visit, but I don't visit Reddit itself.
If somebody
well,
can find me this air intake, part number 696-734,
Oh no,
then not have it be $40. My friend needs it for their car.
in my book, Reddit's good all around.
In my book, Reddit would so kill all my time.
It does kill all your time, but it gives you something to do when you have nothing else to do because you're not social.
It's called I work on my own projects, not waste time at the computer. Oh wait, I really do waste a lot of time at the computer.
Have you ever thought about IRC? It's kind of.
Yeah, I'm on IRC.
There you go. There's my Specky.
This isn't gonna show up good on camera, but I just finished this for a friend.
Oh, nice.
Okay, here we go. So, there's mine.
Assassin's Creed logo with.
And that is absolute lie for what my system is capable of. But here's this. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 6
4.
terabytes? Oh, wait, that's 2. That's 7 terabytes. I counted that wrong. There's 7 terabytes in my 120 gig SSD. And most of those are fairly full for data wise. I think I have too much data.
I don't know. Can't be as bad as me yet.
Oh no, but this is the actual system. It says 3.3, but I'm running it at 4.4. Runs all day long, not a single issue. Still runs cool as crap. It doesn't overheat. 16 gigs. I did about max that out the other day when I tried to load up 6 XP virtual machines at the same time. It wasn't happy with me. It was very, very, very unhappy with me. It doesn't like it when you max out RAM.
Alright. There's my stuff right there, but I'm not.
What I actually got a product code. I didn't expect that.
There's mine right there, and pretty much, damn it, and pretty much, Those are my specs, but I'm not going to show the rest of it because it's got my product key revealed down below. But
That's not my product key.
So pretty much that's about all that I have right there. So those are my specs of my machine.
If someone wants to use that product key, feel free. I don't think it'll work for you.
No, mine is automatically TXE boot, so it will not work for them.
I have programs. Windows 7 licenses are expensive. That's all I'm saying.
They need to do something for the home user, like
They
me,
need to
who has
keep
like 14
people-
machines.
I know, it's like stupid, and I'm not paying a fortune for all those machines.
I would need $5,000 to put Windows 7 on all my machines.
Exactly. So I'm just like, screw that. I have one legal Windows 7. Well, technically two, because 3. I have
I have
3.
technically
That's weird.
4 Windows 7 product keys, and I have only used 1.
I have 3 laptops that came with Windows 7. 1 is using that license. 2 of them are not using that license.
Here's an interesting specky for you if you guys can read it.
Where does this pen go?
Sorta.
Did I
Sorta.
not pull it out somewhere?
Yeah, you got 2 separate processes, and like you're looking at a server. I can see the second taskbar there. I can see you're remoted into another computer.
Yeah, it's one of the other machines in the basement. I'm saying here's an interesting machine for you.
What just happened to that pen I just had? Silver one. I just had it, and now it vanished.
Mind you, this right here, that is fast. It's a 4 gigabit fiber channel array with 2 1.4 terabyte arrays in it. That thing just flies.
I don't have a budget for fancy stuff like that.
It costs $56.
I'm gonna go ahead and vacate my
Where the
spot
hell
and
did you get it
let
for
somebody else join in.
$56?
I'll see you guys later.
See you, Chad.
Actually, it's not mine. It belongs to USMC Jest, but he picked it up off eBay for $56, and I spotted it. So there's two or three more arrays down here that aren't even plugged in that I need to figure out where I'm gonna hook them to use them.
And where are you finding these for that kind of deal? What, they're just like really crap listings that no one else wanted to bid on?
Well, if you read the fact that it says Hitachi, the thing is filled with Hitachi Death Stars, but I've got spare drives, so.
So they fail quite often, you just swap them out.
In the year or so that thing's been here, I've only swapped 1 drive, and that was with not swapping any drives previously after it was shipped and everything, so that's not
bad. It was $56.
Yeah, and I think it was free
that.
shipping too. You just have to pay attention to auctions on these things because people usually want a couple $1,000s for these, but then they, someone will list one for an auction and start 99 cents with no reserve, and it's like go time.
Always put a reserve, folks.
Well, some people don't care. They get it from somewhere. They don't know what it is.
Exactly.
They don't give a crap. It's like when I used to go down to the Virginia Tech auctions, and that's how I got all the Silicon Graphics stuff so cheap. I have 2 Silicon Graphic 02s and a Indigo 2 that I don't know if it has the Impact graphics in it or not, but it should. I got those all for $10 because nobody knows what Silicon Graphics is when that came up in the auction. You say the word Dell or HP or Compaq, and people... There's 2 guys that got in a bidding war down there, and the Pentium 4s were selling for $100. The guys got in a bidding war and paid for... And this was in 2006, 2007, I think. The guy paid $380 for a Pentium 3 with 256 megs of RAM, and 20 gig hard drive, and a CRT monitor. There is nothing special about it.
Hey, you know what I think? I think you should share. Because sharing is caring.
Well, that's kind of why I'm hoping the New York crew that's going up to New York has some room in their truck, because I have a bunch of stuff I'm sending with them.
I'm not saying to share with TGG. I could trade you some equipment, but you probably already have equipment.
I have so much equipment. I'm trying to see how they work because I can't keep paying for all these storage units.
Hey, I got Fleet 45s if you need meters.
Fun card. Always a fun card. And that text is gonna show up. The Hanged Man!
I really
almost
need to
forgot
sell
about
some of the
this.
Fleet 45s. That's one thing I really need to do. Because I don't need 3 of them. I could do with 2 now that I have a decent handheld meter. But they're worth like 200 a pop.
Both staffs are 1s in this deck.
I still like the things I have called Visco Boys, which I can't find any information about.
I still have, what is that? I gotta figure out people I can chuck the, old triplet 630s at. I just want to just chuck them at people. They're not worth anything. But they're good old paperweights. They'll hit someone hard in the head. It'll be funny.
By the way, I need some information. Like, information that maybe one of you can give me. So I went to the thrift shop the other day, and I mentioned this in the IRC back when I got it. And I picked up something for $6. Not even $6. 25% off $6. So, what is that? $1.50 off, so like $4.50. Okay.
It's something you don't know what it is.
I need information.
TRS-80. There's plenty of information on that. We need to know about this thing.
It's a Coco too.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, there's information everywhere. That was
That was
crazy.
You
Yeah,
know who
I know.
probably
I know there's
about it?
information everywhere, but I'd rather, like, before I even start Googling it, because I just forgot about it until now. I just took it out of the bag.
You guys get all the good stuff.
You know who would
Don't
know
get
about
that
it would
good
probably be
stuff.
a possum, because he's the only person who recognized this power supply. Where is it? Hold on. Let's see if I can find the picture.
right, baby.
Things I find. Here's what I found at the thrift store last time.
What I want to know is what this stupid thing is. What I want to know is how much
you
this
got
thing
to
really is
subscribe.
worth by
My aunt
itself.
still uses that. Guess what she uses it for?
Well, guess what?
Financial
This one's
records.
This one's parallel. You want to know what happened when I tried to install the driver? I had to reinstall Windows.
Okay, see this? This is something I ghetto hacked back when I was in grade school.
Ooh.
It's a little CRT TV and with a little 12-volt power supply. I told
Grade
IRC,
school?
yes, grade school.
How old grade school?
Like 7th, no, not even 6th, probably 6th grade.
This is my good one.
You were dealing with a CRT and
I was soldering when I was in 3rd grade.
then again, I did tear apart a...
This is a good drop. You
Anyways,
can see it for obvious reasons right there. Well, this is a good drop.
USB.
Yeah.
so
This one doesn't crash my computer.
I posted this
I wasn't happy.
picture in
I'm
IRC,
upset about it.
and I said if you could tell me where this power supply came from, you would get a digital cookie. I think Opossum was the first person who messaged me back and said it was a power supply out for TRS-80. And that is true, and it still works. In fact, you can see how ghetto this is. I mean, look. That's how ghetto my stuff used to be when I was younger.
Everybody's got it
Lick
somewhere.
it, plug it in and lick it.
It works. It still works.
That's one of the best things. Just tell someone to lick it. It always ends well.
Now, this thing
Somebody laughs.
looks like it produces high voltage, but it actually produces low voltage for a high voltage application.
Fancy.
No, I never found my tape drive.
Fancy.
That's why-
2.5, 7.
Did it crash yet?
2.5. Although it is 7 volts at 7 amps, that's pretty respectable.
Yeah, but
Hey, the relay trips. That's good, right?
16,000 volt
You're
installation.
trying to catch your imaginary friend there?
Check that. Yeah, I've got some sort of a little tiny bug just floating around someplace. Listen, it does trip. Go listen.
What?
Yeah, I heard it.
So
Doogie, did it work?
No, I never got it working.
Once.
Also,
I guess
now
you
you're
need a
trying
tape
something
drive
different.
now, don't you?
What was that?
I said, I guess you need a tape drive now, don't you?
Well, I have a spare one. I just don't know where it is. I looked through.
No, once is there.
Can't find it. So
Well, bring a flashlight with you.
There we go.
You're probably gonna want it.
Wait for it.
it's probably at Geek House 5.
Buried somewhere.
Better than me at Geek House 7
Maybe it
right
got
now.
stolen. Maybe it got
Don't say
stolen
that.
back in July. That would be fine.
It probably did get stolen.
Because it got stolen back in July. Whoa! Hello, 168 Panadio. There we go. That's sexy.
I still have yet to find something that fits in.
That will most likely fit into Mac, wouldn't it? Or does that use a different type of VDI?
Neogen for that option PPI. If Google had that, that would be optional,
How-
but I don't think Google has PPI zoom in yet.
How
Bingo.
big of a stick is that?
I don't know, but I think it's 128 or 64, but it's the label up here. You can't read it here, but it says compact.
Yeah, that's definitely okay. 1, 2, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Here's
5,
your fun knob.
10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so it's 18 and it's got what looks to be a parity chip. So it's
And then I have
definitely
its bigger
ECC.
cousin.
It's double-sided too.
You. Oh, wow. Okay, so I would honestly say, give it a shot and like.
Uncalled for.
Probably.
Okay, I'll shush. No, I would try. I would say try it in. I don't know if you have any Performas or anything, any Macs like that to take 168 pin EVO.
I might.
Oh, fuck.
The Performa 5400, if you have that all-in-one, that'll take it.
I'll have to see what I have because I have 2 Macs in my storage and I don't remember what they were, and I only just saw the backs of them recently.
One of
I
the
pulled the backs up, or I pulled the batteries up.
the only one that I have ever seen that I know of that will take it is the Performa 5400, and that's an all-in-one.
No, it leads to general events leading up to the question.
So I went to blow out the little
So that's
drive heads and blew apart the cleaning.
nuclear strike. Total annihilation.
Okay.
It's 2 a.m.
The Doom Hacker CD.
Holy shit, Stig.
He just tried to PM me and his keyboard got stuck.
Yeah. Man, oh, that's the spawn of the devil there. Get rid of that, just burn it. Shred it. Mail it to Ozzy to feed it to the shredder. I hated that program.
That face just looks so awesome zoomed in like that. Like dirt. I'm gonna teach typing dirt.
I'll teach typing while
That's
you
gotta be either a
have
relay
nightmares.
or some sort of a solenoid. Little teeny tiny solenoid. That's gotta be.
Why would it be a solenoid?
Not a solenoid. It's gotta be a relay.
I was about to say, a solenoid would be kind of strange.
No, there's like a relay inside the Coco 2 that's controlling the on-off.
Mm-hmm.
So when you press the reset button, it trips it one way and then it trips it the other way. Let me tell it, okay, off on.
Verse 9 of Cups. Absence of upright qualities, self-indulgent behavior, smugness.
Okay.
What are you doing, Bree?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Let's
look,
do
the bodge
something else other than what I think you're doing.
What do you think I'm doing?
They're playing, what am I going to do today?
No, not playing.
Oh shit. Alright.
There we go. I got bored, so I decided to kill some others.
Diggy, I'm gonna go ahead and vacate the spot for somebody to join in. If anybody wants to join in RC, they can have my spot.
But we're
I have
not.
another hangout to go to. I just got invited.
Take your care.
Okay, we'll see you
I
later.
still want one of those
Yep.
Apple IIs.
I have about 5 of them.
Oh,
Really?
those are pretty, but I have no need for one.
I
There's-
want one. I want one. I want one.
Kudos. I think you want
Specifically
one,
one with
don't
a
you?
numpad if you have them. Specifically one with a numpad if you can.
What's
Yeah,
that?
but I'm more on lookout for an Apple IIc with the monitor though, because that would make a badass.
Well, I'm gonna go see how I gotta clean all the
serial terminal.
I had a
Kudos.
print.
Something tells me you kind of want one.
Yeah, I want one.
If you really want to know what the black spots are on this monitor, I'll have to show you the video of how the black spots got on this.
I don't want to know.
I murdered a printer next to it with an axe.
I was gonna say it ended up as hold on.
Oh wait, is this the one with the Syncon green monitor? You suck water.
I was thinking it was gonna
This
be
was-
I think that's the Syncon green monitor right there.
This was my most favorite monitor I had when I was little. When I was like in grade school, like 5th grade, 6th grade, I had it for a long time. I got it from somebody, and it served me well. But I think I'm gonna end up having to scrap it.
Is it a multi-sync 3 or 4?
The Syncon green monitor is actually this one,
Okay.
the one that's moldy because it was on the floor and got wet, which I gotta figure out how to clean. This is I forget. I think it's a
A little bit
4.
of plastic.
It looks like a 4. It looks bigger than a 3. I had the 3 and the 5.
And then this is the IBM monitor sitting there, and this is the only reason I keep it.
Ah.
And 5 is the fuck card. Well, all these have been pretty fucked.
Hey, Night Wolf. I just put in IRC what I say the spots came from.
Sneeze in the shower.
I'm not even gonna click that.
You know what it is, don't you?
No, I don't want to know.
Why?
Oh.
So Sudosh, you want to know about a Coco 2?
I've got it over here.
The good thing is you're in the shower, so.
Does anyone want any of these cables? I have a 18-gallon bin
Got it
of
for
these
$6.
cables.
I don't have much information on it, although I know that someone got a
Hey.
Coco 3 to do like
If
video or
you
something.
have like a bunch of serial cables you don't want, like 9-pin serial cables.
So far, I know that it's an older model.
Those
and
are
not
all
the newer,
parallel,
Tandy.
aren't they?
Hey, pseudos. Step 1: don't turn it on. Take it apart. Pop out the screws. Check the caps.
Yeah, they had numerous versions of that have just very subtle differences inside.
Exactly, and those will let you get a model number on the inside and get a date and check the caps. Why not do it?
They're all functionally equivalent, and they have linear power supplies in them, so the caps are probably just fine. It's a very simple power supply.
Oh,
If it has 16K of RAM, I know in the Coco 1 you could do piggyback RAMs to upgrade a 16K to 32K very easily. I'm not sure if the Coco 2 would do that or not. By the time the Coco 2 came out, 64K was pretty common.
I know the Coco 2 came with had a 64K version. I know that much.
Okay, cool.
This headlamp kills batteries faster than anything I have ever seen.
Does anybody want Centronics to Centronics cables? I have a bin of them. I don't even know what you'd use these for.
Well, you could send
The
them
wire.
wires.
Send a few to the geek group for the archive.
Yeah.
And then the rest just scrap for the wire. I mean.
Yeah, look where they were made too. Youngstown, Ohio. That's where I grew up.
You can use them for Centronics.
Okay, here we go. Pop in the cover. Ooh. Crunchy. No, I'm joking. It's not crunchy.
No, by the way,
Why isn't that
since
coming off?
he's here, I have to tell.
Warning. Opening case
Mr.
will void
Possum,
warranty.
thank you.
See, oh, I see. It's never been opened before.
There's a screw
There's
under
a
this
sticker
sticker.
here. I know, but it's never
Wow.
been opened before.
Of course not.
Warranty, pseudos.
I am going to get so much satisfaction out of this. Let's find it.
It was probably owned by a normal person.
3, 2, 1. Oh, that felt good. Just breaking the seal.
Pseudos.
Oh.
Just a tip.
That's a pretty cable.
It's glued together.
I have
Those
I
are all
have
bonded.
plenty of unique little cables.
Oh, a jacketed ribbon. I haven't seen that in a while.
Jacketed 50 conductor ribbon, and it's flattened every so often. You could use that for
Yes.
SCSI cable.
Yeah, the flattened parts where you would connect the IDC connector.
I have a whole
A little dusty,
full of it.
but
Oh, pretty.
Basically, I have the cables
you
that
go.
I can just walk up to any generic PLC on a machine and have the software. I can sit there and make it do stupid stuff for no apparent reason.
Well,
I'm seeing
the
okay.
likelihood though that you'd be able to like have access to a PLC means
True.
you probably work there.
But here's your Allen Bradley adapter.
Now, if you wanted to learn how to write specific programs to make use of certain functions on a PLC,
You want some Siemens? How about that?
some Siemens,
Yeah.
You want some Sims?
Siemens, don't you?
some Sims, and some
Here's
Siemens.
the keyboard.
Everything Sims.
Yay, keyboard.
Yeah.
Sims.
Okay.
I learned the hard way. You cannot solder wires to the tail of that keyboard. If it's green plastic, it's not solderable. It's not capped on.
Yep. Okay.
Actually, Hangman's not reverse is a good
It
thing.
looks like the newest date code that I can find in this is
What do you know
the
what this is?
26th week of 1983 is the newest that I can find, and most of the RAM banks, most of the RAM chips
Is RAM and ROM socketed or soldered?
socketed.
Oh, that's an old one then. Because they eventually soldered that all down when they went to 64K and a single ROM chip instead of two. So if you have two socketed ROMs and socketed RAM, that's an old one. And it's probably a 16K.
Yeah, I've got socketed ROM, socketed everything.
Are they 4116 chips or 4164 chips? For the RAM.
Looking.
Yeah, what's the deal with this stuff right here?
You see this?
Does anyone know what this software is for?
I can't read what it is.
It's Logix Guard.
Is it? Yeah, it's RS Logix Guard Plus.
Where am I looking for the RAM on this?
And
They're
this
all
is
the
apparently
little dip package chips. They're about 18 pin, maybe 16 pin.
This
all
one
in a row.
requires a dongle.
Are they the
Really,
ones in the row on the front here?
The technical
Yeah,
term is
they're along the front.
dingus.
Um,
For that.
8040517 is what they all say.
Oh, that's weird. Are they marked Tandy Company, TC?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, that's what they call a house number, or an internal part number. They actually, I don't know who made them, but they had them branded for Tandy. So I'm quite sure those would be 16K. Eventually, they started using more common parts like from Micron, or Toshiba, or Samsung, or one of the major companies.
So each one of these RAM chips is 2K.
No, it's 16K by 1 bit, 16 kilobits. So you have 8 of them for 16 kilobytes.
Duh. Okay, that's right. Duh.
And y'all get all the good finds at the thrift stores.
I'm gonna pop some tags.
They
$12
Get
in
you all
my
the good
pocket.
stuff.
They made millions of those things. They're not hard to find.
Hey,
They're
you
probably
know-
easier to find than a Commodore 64 because people are buying those up for the SID chips in them. There aren't any chips in a Coco that are in demand.
Wait,
Yeah, I've got
64s?
I'm keeping just for the SID chip.
Wait, what are they using those chips for?
You pull the chip out and you put them in a MIDI interface, and you can basically use it as a MIDI synth.
Yeah, the hard SID or SID.
There's a
whatever.
lot of them.
Really? That's just...
That's it.
I'm keeping my Commodore 64 just for that in the future, but I do have 2 Commodore power supplies in the back of my trunk that I paid $5 for both of them because I didn't have them. The lady said that she would look in her attic to see if she had the Commodore 64 or the 1541 disk drive, because if I can find that, I'm taking that one apart for its SID chip instead of this one.
There's no SID chip in a disk drive.
So,
Is there?
No, there isn't.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that she has a Commodore 64 and she has a Commodore 1541. That's what the two power supplies came from.
Oh, the
They
power
paid $5
supply.
for both.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I want one of those
There's
things
only
to play
two
around
different
with,
supplies
but
they use.
I promise you, there's no thrift store around here that carries them. Goodwill puts everything in Goodwill Computer Works, and they don't put out the good stuff. They recycle a lot of crap, and they won't let me get any of it. Then there's Value Village. Value Village, occasionally you'll find something quote-unquote decent. The best thing
Yeah,
I
it
found
looks like
from
the caps look okay. It doesn't look like anything's
this thing,
doesn't look like anything's leaked. So
for that.
Original Game Boy.
There's just obvious dust.
does anyone get what Compaq was doing here? Compaqs are total hipster because they were doing BTX before BTX was popular. I mean, look at it. The motherboard's backwards and it's in the wrong side of the case on this machine.
Yeah, that was back when Compaq and Dell and such made their own motherboards.
Yeah, it kind of confused me when I opened the case the first time and I saw that.
Yeah, you find all kinds of weird stuff in those old machines.
Yep, I had a box like
what
that.
kind of C64 crap do you have?
Oh, me?
Anonymous is in there saying, who does he ship his C64 crap to? I'm
Okay,
asking
good
what
old-
he has.
The old original Lego Robotics Mindstorm set.
Ooh, nice. I remember when that came
I'm
out.
thinking about donating that, actually,
Do it.
because it's
Do
like
it.
new.
TGG needs that.
There's my Commodore collection.
Ooh,
Naughty Mice, I want your Commodore 64.
the somewhat
I
rare
want one.
64C version.
He has one, I don't.
I want one because then I would have one that I don't have to take apart for the SID chip because I want to mess with the SID chip.
You
and I
don't
want to
have to.
find
You don't
them
have to.
apart.
You don't have to ruin a C64. Someone who doesn't have one can get one.
There's a lot of decent SID emulators out there too that run on microcontrollers.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
until someone makes a fully cloned version of it, the SID chip is going to be in really high demand.
It's been cloned in FPGAs, which is
It's
as
been
close as
cloned,
you can
but
get to
not-
actually
But not
remaking the
perfectly.
chip, which isn't going to happen.
What's so special about it? And why? Who cares about it being a sim?
The one guy that the one guy that was working on recreating the chip got assassinated by the creators. I know this; it's a fact. Okay, he died, but
Kudos, I'm going
it's
to mute you.
definitely a conspiracy theory that he got
Kudos,
assassinated
I'm
by
going
the
to
MOS
mute
technology
you.
heads. He was assassinated by the MOS
he's being
technology heads.
muted
You
by
can't
his connection.
stop me from saying otherwise. No. Stop Sophie.
Nope.
Literally, your connection started breaking up when you kept talking about assassination. It was funny.
See, I told you, stop talking about it, and you keep doing it. What happens? Oh wow, he actually has a decent little bit of stuff.
The guy that was working.
I'm gonna donate this.
Anonymous has two.
What exactly is it?
Wars.
Radio Shack electronic beam.
Are they
Light
both
beam.
in running shape?
Electron beam.
They used to have those by the door of every Radio Shack, so they knew when people would come in.
Yeah, remember that thing you
I
open
know
the
what
door
you
and you walk through, it's boop boop.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
clear
yeah.
label on the
It's
board
beam break.
here that has a number on
It's
it.
an IR. It's an IR beam break.
I think TGG would have fun with this. It would end up in like one of the rooms.
Oh hey, you can
Put it in the hallway. And it's just bing, 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 bing.
That'd be hilarious.
There's something for archives. I have the video card that goes with it.
Okay.
I think I have all this.
Three.
No, I found a chip here, 8328. So 28th week of 1983.
Yeah.
All right.
Hard to believe that's
there's a-
over 30 years ago.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's a clear there's a clear sticker on the board here. It has a number 019025. I'm wondering if that's a serial number.
If it's on a sticker, it might be.
Hey,
It's on a
my
clear
goodness.
plastic sticker.
Yeah.
Cards,
That's,
I have a feeling Captain's gonna yell at you in the morning for being up this late.
019025.
I think that is a cereal.
Okay.
Family members and friends.
Doesn't look like anything's broken. There's the relay. Very nice relay.
Yeah, that turns on the motor and the cassette player.
Okay.
There's some
Well,
ISA network.
it's still intact, so that's got to amount to something.
Well,
And
hook it up to the monitor.
Does anyone want to buy some tokens?
Yeah, you'll need a television. It doesn't have composite video out.
Well, no, it has coax,
Just
and I
an
have
RF
one of
modulator,
those
yep.
converters.
There-
I've got one of those
There
converters.
are a bunch of
unlocked.
aftermarket converters that will give you composite out. In fact, the one I donated to TGG had the adapter in it for composite.
Oh no, I'd be hooking this up with the adapter to whatchamacallit, my flat panel TV back there. So just took it up because that's got a tuner in it.
That's the beautiful thing about the TI-99 I picked up.
Oh god, those are crap.
It has composite video output.
Those, in my opinion, were the worst home computer ever made that didn't just like dive off very quickly. They were obscenely expensive when they were new. They were like $1,000 system when they were new, and they had this big expansion box with floppy drives and card slots, and they actually targeted it as a business computer, but it was a horribly
Didn't
slow
someone make Flappy
machine.
Bird for the TI-99?
A what?
Didn't someone make Flappy Bird for
Flappy
the
Bird?
TI-99?
I don't know.
Does anyone want motor brushes? I have a lot of them, and I don't know what they fit in.
Oh, that TGG
Flappy
would want
Bird TI-99.
I wouldn't mind
Yep.
some, but brushes wouldn't really work too well for what I'm thinking.
They're a pretty good size.
Yep, check it out.
No, that's
Flappy
interesting.
Bird for the TI-99 4A. I just posted it in IRC.
So if editor
Well,
were ever
okay.
to heat electronics with resistors, these are the resistors he would need right here.
Oh, it's a resistor.
I like the little drum switch
I like
there.
that.
have one sitting
Yeah,
around
the
here
switch
somewhere.
is awesome.
This is all stuff that could be up for donations too. Oh look, crystals.
It's actual Flappy Bird for it. It's horrible, but it's great.
Americano Electric.
American Electric, I think.
Oh.
Look, $5.95.
Yeah.
These things that say Penn Union are these ungodly huge terminal blocks.
Wow.
Here's the mother of all terminal blocks. That's a case that wine bottles would fit in, so that's a fairly large
Pretty
box.
big.
Yeah, see, when they come up, they're going to have to tell me what kind of stuff they're looking for, because I have all kinds of craziness. I also have modern relays, too, instead of these old things.
Mm.
You're giving them one of those six CPU Pentium Pro boxes, though, right?
I have one of those compressors.
The heck are those?
The 6-way Pentium Pro box actually has Doogie's name on it. It's like
That's what I'm saying. You're giving it to them for Doogie, right?
It's for Doogie. It has to go to Doogie because Doogie's going to help me with my vintage stuff in trade for it. So at least I think that's what he was going to do. Maybe trade me some wood junk.
Now, how much water should that thing use?
It's a space heater.
I got Captain
Space heater. Space heater watts? Okay. Great in the winter.
Yeah.
Drop it in the MDH, you got space heater right there. It'll cool.
I might send this to the geek group. It needs its run capacitor, but it works.
What exactly are they?
It's a compressor. It's a double cylinder like wobble compressor.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if
I thought it was like a pump
I don't know.
or something. But it was like, that's air
Okay,
for
I don't know if the capacitor that I sent in is any good for anything. The entire reason why that capacitor was so well protected was not for the capacitor's sake, but for the CRT's sake when I sent that box in last week.
By the way, GenCorp Research is General Tire.
Oh,
That's General Tire?
Yeah.
GenCorp sounds like an
That's
awesome
funny.
name from like a movie or book. GenCorp.
I don't know what
real-
this.
yeah.
I don't know what a VA detector is, but I have this conductivity meter and this VA detector I might donate as well, if anybody wants it.
Nice multi-turn pots on there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's really
Yeah,
funny, seeing as I
beautiful.
just put General Tire tires on my car.
Now I've got the weird shaped Packard bells.
Oh,
I've got
God.
a collection of them.
I hated those so.
Just scrap them. Just scrap those.
Plotter.
Packard bells get scrapped.
There's the weirdest one I have.
Oh,
Okay, that one gets saved. That one gets saved.
That
The rest
looks
of
like
them are
a
scrapped.
game console.
Yeah, that one gets saved. The rest of them are all scrap.
Doo-doo.
See, you have all the fun stuff. I would just love to sit there
I
and
think
put away.
I think one of these is gonna end up in viewer mail.
Just the
No,
dial.
not another one.
Actually, Rodalco would probably enjoy having one of these.
Yeah, he would.
That's
A
an old
US
one.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at the font on there. That's cool.
And then you don't see these made like this anymore either.
Giant, big ass mont.
Damn, that might be out of like a microwave these in restaurants. Which, by
There's
the way,
something for
usually run at 900 megahertz rather than 2.4 gigahertz, by the way.
What is that?
there's something for
It's
jamming
a
out.
robot fan. It's actually worth a small fortune now, I guess.
Cute looking.
And
I have,
sell it. If it's worth a small
Anybody
fortune,
want-
sell it.
Surplus in your garage house space.
yeah,
Oh
they're
boy, old UPSs.
here's a 1 horsepower motor. It needs a mount if anybody wants it.
Mm,
That'd
120
be
volt.
shit.
be interested in the food dehydrator next to it.
That's actually a new wave oven that someone gave me that I have yet to ever turn on.
That's sitting outside.
Printers,
What's
lots
that?
of printers.
It's a
I like
black
Nobody
smart.
wants to use
Hi,
the
Later.
printer, dude.
Look at all these printers. I don't
Nobody
know what
wants
to do
to-
with these.
Nobody wants to use inkjet printer. Chunk them.
I have
Yeah,
a question.
They're probably. I'd probably trash them.
I would.
Guys, I have a question.
How about
Did
the
Black &
7-inch
Decker
monitor?
release a Did Black & Decker release a hydrator yet? I want to hydrate a pizza so bad right now.
Oh,
Yeah. Keep the keyboards though. Those have ALP switches. The ones that I saw behind the inkjet printers. Yeah.
well, that actually wasn't that bad of a reading. Just really.
Ooh.
Now, if I had the rest of this, they sell these things on eBay for about $10,000.
Yeah.
What?
What is that?
It's I think it's used for measuring the viscosity of liquid. There's like a robotic head that's supposed to go on there. It has a bunch of little different cylinders in it. Pushes up and down on them.
Obscure research equipment will either sell for a
Whoa,
lot of money
okay. Weird
or
case
it
on
won't
the bottom
sell
left.
for any.
Oh my God! Plus hard card 20.
Hard card,
Yo,
yeah.
the weird case on the bottom left.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh wow.
Yo.
Weird case in the bottom left. This guy? I still have that.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a neat machine.
How about the Epson Equities? That's what the hard cards came out of.
I want one of those hard cards in the worst way.
What are the hard cards?
This. It's a hard drive on a card.
Oh,
Hard drive with its
Weird.
own hard drive controller. And you didn't have to occupy an expansion bay and string further. You just put in a card.
Oh,
That's kind of interesting.
what was
that
that
would be
fucking
amazing
thing?
for just general fucking around with.
What's that?
Some sad Variacs. I still have
What?
these somewhere.
Hey, I'd want one of those. I'd get
Yeah.
that.
They need
If-
some love really bad.
I would send those in.
As hard as it is to get a Variac these days, I got no problem restoring one.
Yeah, Variacs like that need to be sent in. If
Ooh,
you're not
nice
going to
pen
do
plotter.
restoration yourself.
Man,
Yeah,
I wish.
I have
mean,
the
if you're
pen
not-
plotters still too, but
If you're not gonna use
Then
those Variacs, I mean, heck, I can get one off of you, because I could use a little
POS
desktop
system. Piece of shit.
Hey, no, it's not KMS. It's POS.
No,
said-
it's not. It's not a piece of crap. It's just a
Point of
What is
sale.
that?
I don't think I still have
Ooh.
the Compaq.
Aw.
Hello,
Nice one, too.
wax. Nightmare on wax.
Have you ever seen any Intertech stuff? Superbrain
Ooh.
Superbrain was one of the
Those
models.
of you just say
Super brain.
By the way, these are broadcast tape decks. They don't take a VHS tape. They take something much more massive, and my friend still has them, and he might give me back one of them.
That'd be cool.
The
Are they
previous program,
Umatic or Panasonic?
I think they're Umatic.
Yeah, most
they
likely.
did a lot of the UK market, whenever Tandy took over the U.S., they got the
Oh my
UK
God.
market. But the old program director for the community college actually was part of the development team for those, making the boards. So I find them a bit interesting. I want to kind of play around with one.
I have a VCR I want to send in for autopsy too. It's one of the old full-size VHS decks. I don't think it works anymore. It's one of those ones that's got like 20 circuit boards in it.
Top load.
Yeah.
Top load. That's even before my time.
Oh yeah, that's that radio that Jester is trying to figure out, or that detector.
That VCR went on top the console TV.
That thing was neat. It doesn't need a battery. It's for testing like CB radios and stuff.
Cool.
Where did you get that thing?
It's not mine. It belongs to USMC Jest. He actually Sparky Projects identified it.
Yeah, he tracked down the magazine.
Yeah, that was really cool. But,
Yeah, I'm amazed how Sparky can Google things. 'Cause I'll sit there and try to find it and come up dry, and he finds it. He's amazing.
I know. I
He's
was
amazing.
sitting here, and I told Jester in person before we even do this. I bet you I told him, I said, I bet you $10 Sparky Projects finds it first.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so happy, by the way, that you helped me with this power supply. I got it working.
Oh, yeah.
It's been working.
You basically just shotgunned it, huh? You replaced everything.
Well, I got to the point where it was like, okay, you know, the crowbar circuit looked burnt. It wasn't turning on. It had power to that IC underneath.
TV power supply?
For a monitor at work.
Why does it matter? I mean, I guess the monitor was worth keeping, or did they let you have it?
It's a 32-inch open frame monitor that belonged in a video game. And it wasn't something we could just buy and
Is it
replace.
CRT
it was
or
like
LCD?
LCD. It actually has burn-in on it. But let me see if I can...
Well, yeah, okay, Josh, you're the one that works at not an arcade, but like
a small amusement park place.
Small amusement park, okay. But you have that probably came out of an arcade, right? The
Yeah,
arcade
here
area?
I'll show you the machine it was in.
I'll be back.
Here.
Probably makes sense that it had burn-in and was quite abused.
Yeah, there it is running, and that's what I did to it to keep the power supply cool.
That will probably make a huge difference.
And there's the machine it's in.
Deal or no deal, that's why.
Yeah, it has to be a specific monitor to fit that chassis. And it's like, they want like, I think like $1,200 still for that 32-inch monitor. I'm like, no way, we're not paying that. Just fix it. And
I would have just put a generic whatever power supply on it, because I mean you know the voltages.
I was close to doing that. But fixing it with the parts was cheaper. All this stuff.
I don't know. Calling you back.
That's my page.
What's up there with Doogie?
Rose, maybe?
And then
I'm not sure who else is
that's
staying
why it
late.
didn't work. I replaced the janky wiring, which was this, with that.
I got it.
Oh god, that's definitely a significant upgrade.
I killed the bug.
Yeah, that's where
Congratulations!
the
Now know
maintenance
that
guys
Pseudos
take care of stuff.
We now know that pseudos can hurt a fly.
I heard it
Yep.
fly. I
Can
heard
he hurt
a
a
fly.
mouse?
It will never go back to its family and its two starving children. Or its lovely wife.
May they find your dead corpse later and defecate upon it.
Pseudos. I'm
Revenge.
squishing your head with my pliers. Like you squished that bug. Heartlessly.
That's my favorite Transformer that I own currently.
Wow. Are the AA batteries just for size comparison?
Yes.
Was that the one you showed off that has, or was that a different one?
That's the 3 kVA one that I can use to run the. I can use it to run the VFD that I can then use to create 3-phase power in my basement. It's out of a UPS. It's massive.
DIY 3-phase.
Yeah, I would like to be able to do that kind of stuff, but I don't have the space.
By the way, if you want to see one of the power supplies out of a Unisys, it's inside this thing at Ganked Together in high school. That's the power supply from one of the Unisyses. Actually, not high school, and when I was in college.
Not bad.
And I didn't feel like doing all the soldering, so I just used a metric crap ton of butt connectors.
It's like, no, I don't
Well, that's
like
how I
to-
put together the radio the radio harness for the radio I put in a few weeks ago. All butt connectors. Works fine.
Good old butt spices.
Yeah, butts.
It works.
Butts everywhere.
Butt splices are fine so long as you do them right. So.
Yeah, you need a good crimp tool.
I use a
They're
Klein
fine.
crimper. Klein
I
crimper
use
is
it
my
too.
favorite.
I used a pair of pliers for mine, and it worked for the job because I couldn't find a good crimp tool on hand. So
Oh, that was a Christmas present for somebody I made a long time ago.
very nice.
LCD Smarty with parallel port. I haven't gotten to the whole. I have yet to get to the point where I can use a microcontroller to control one of those displays.
I still want to do a Nixie clock, but I don't have the money to do that.
Far more. This was something
Now-
neat I found. Under each one of these displays was a counter chip, and they can function as frequency counters, so I don't know what this board was.
That's interesting.
And that's what they're... I still have all the LCD displays and the chips, save for these ones that were damaged.
Hey! You know what it was? It was the time circuit for the DeLorean.
Oh god.
Yo!
You found it.
Watch it be like the original. Nah.
I still have this
found
guy
it.
too.
Oh, Evelyn.
That looks like fun. Have you
Ooh,
tried?
actually-
nice.
Have you tried using it yet?
A long time ago, but it needs fixed. One of these pulleys is loose under here. That actually came from my vocational school. I found it in the dumpster in its box with all the manuals and everything.
Does that like plug into the parallel part of a PC?
It can go serial. Here's the controller here.
Oh, serial. Oh, it has brains. That's good.
It has a brain box. It has a teach pendant, power supply, and the arm.
Oh man, you want to share that?
Cool.
Oh, I would have fun with that.
I want fun.
I want to actually upgrade the servos. I
fun
want to
have.
make it move much faster than it does right now. I want it to be
You
lethal.
make it move fast enough, and other people who might have some really good fun with that thing.
I then want to have.
Oh,
You
this
kidding
is a
me?
good one. I still have this.
Oh god, that thing
Nastiest
looks like.
UPS
That looks like hell.
data checker.
Bat.
There,
That
that's
is
like.
neither- Dustin.
Oh,
really
wow.
Or just dust.
Wow. Oh my god.
I'm just dying
That
laughing.
gets flooded?
Look, you can kind of see the components.
Okay, that's the worst I've ever seen.
Okay, that's a chip. That's a heat sink. That's a grill. Okay,
Wow.
we're good. Whoa. Can you
Dust, or is
like?
that get like flooded?
Okay, you need to like. Okay, you need to go to like what's the subreddit for this?
Tech support gore.
I don't think tech support core is one for this because there's a dusty. There's like a
Oh, this is more
nightmare
than
fuel.
just.
There's text. There's like a computer or something like that. Nightmare fuel or something. Electronics nightmare fuel or something. Subreddit that this would be perfect in.
You know, it could be
Now,
really,
there could be an entire dead mouse hidden in there somewhere.
There probably
A whole
is.
family of mice could be living in there.
You know,
Wouldn't even know it.
I could send that to viewer mail. It would fit in a flat rate box.
Do
Is
it.
it still like that?
Do it. He will kill you, but do it.
Oh my god, he would
Is
like
it-
have to. That would be like for autopsy.
Is it still dusty like that?
Yes, it's still in the same condition. I never even wanted to touch it because it was so nasty
Do
inside.
it.
No, that's something like
With
you
a vacuum
triple
cleaner?
bag it and put it in the trash.
I actually wanted to set fire to it. That would be more fun, I think.
No,
You
no.
don't want to breathe that. Don't set it on fire.
Vacuum up all the dust bunnies and see what sort of treasures you find under there.
That's amazing.
That was supposedly it was at a grocery store. It was their battery backup for a server or something.
Actually, I can believe that.
Good. Someplace around food. That's
I can
comforting.
believe that.
I can totally believe that because
Okay, I'm awake.
Oh, I like that.
I have these still somewhere.
Ooh, white ceramic. Those are very old and somewhat rare.
I love that chip you sent in, Bree. I wanted that one.
Which one?
That little Intel chip, because that one you could see the
6003.
demonstrations of the die.
Yeah, it was
I don't like just like a straight up memory chip. I like seeing a processor chip where you can see the registers.
It wasn't. I'm pretty sure it's not a processor chip. I'm pretty sure.
There were multiple sections on it.
8741 is a microcontroller. It's the EEPROM version of an 8041.
That's what I figured it was. I'm like, it wasn't just a EEPROM because there was more than just memory on there. If you look at the die,
it's a whole microcontroller.
Yeah,
the 8041 was a very commonly used chip because it was the keyboard controller in the original XT keyboard, and there was also one on the motherboard that talked to it.
So,
bummer.
I could make a mini high amperage, low voltage, thumpy type dealy with these. I have enough of those that there's 36 volts at almost 1 farad.
Wow.
That's
a better
a fair bit.
that microcontroller than I will, even if it just sits in archives.
Get a few nipple clamps and you're cooking something there.
Boy.
Who needs a 12 volt car battery when you got 36 volts at 1 farad?
Insta death.
There you go.
Fatality.
Yep. I need to get better with microcontrollers because I have yet to ever even hook a character LCD to a microcontroller and make it do something.
Just pick up the Arduino, throw it against the wall, go to Adafruit, look at their tutorials.
Oh god, you guys want to see some old computer porn. These are my old computer setups. Look at that.
Hey, question. What happened to Doogie? Did he go invisible?
I don't know where
I think
Doogie
he
went.
probably went to the Crappers, where I think he went.
I like how you lagged a little bit on Crapper.
Like
He
20 minutes?
himself a bit, but I don't remember if he said
Who in
where
their
he was
right
going.
mind? Who in their right mind takes a 20-minute shit at 2:45 in the morning?
Hey, that's like the best way to spend 2 in the morning.
Okay, I'll let that one slide.
What the?
There we go. These are all my old desks.
Good old cabling.
Oh.
I can't say much because
And yes, those are fish tanks above the servers.
Smart.
I'm bad about cabling.
I trusted Mike 2x4 construction.
I don't know if I trust the fishes.
I love this
Yep.
battery. It says 100% done charging, and then I take it off and I look at the battery percentage and it immediately drops down to 96. So obviously either there's something wrong with the battery itself telling it, okay, I'm done charging, or it actually just takes the first 4% off after I take it off.
Oh, there's my board PC. I still have this somewhere. I built a PC on a board. It's hard to see. It's in the background over here. It's just,
Okay.
It was the dumbest
Wall
thing I
PC.
ever did. It was literally the worst wall PC ever.
Mountain doo-doo.
I took apart a lunchbox and basically played it.
Who swallowed a marshmallow?
it's free.
Bree did.
I told him.
Bree, you swallowed the marshmallow.
Sorry, I sat on my microphone.
Well, at least you didn't swallow a marshmallow. That would have made it a lot nastier.
Just don't hold in your farts, because if you hold in your farts, they go to your brain, and that's where shitty ideas come from.
Today I learned.
I still have this too. It's my original TiVo.
Oh God.
I think it still works, but once it's updates, so it keeps crashing and rebooting all the time.
Isn't the original TiVos the ones that are like highly hackable or something, and you can like drop in?
They are. I have
something on?
I have a Series 1 new in box yet. I also have the somewhat rare TiVo Net card for them that adds Ethernet.
There you go.
I also have a pre-production, what was called the Direct TiVo, which was the Direct TV combo receiver.
Oh God.
That I got before they went on the market.
Well,
it has a front panel that lights up, which didn't make it in the production version.
I'm not surprised. Especially coming from you, I'm not surprised. After all of the stuff that you gave the lecture on about a few months ago.
Hey,
all
Josh.
the TiVo stuff. And all direct dish stuff. I'm not surprised at all.
Yo.
Really liking those switches, the peripheral switches.
What, the ones that are glowing in the picture here?
Yeah, that normally just set under the monitors.
I still have those. I have like 6 of them things. I love them.
I have one. Who is
find
messaging me?
Doo-doo.
Hello.
Hello, who's messaging me? Oh, it's Wax. Can Wax join?
I'm looking for... Where the heck is all my other computer junk? It's your computer hardware.
Is Wax up there to join?
Hey, in your basement, that's where
I still need to figure out what this thing is.
I'm going to make the assumption that it's okay to allow Wax to join because he's usually a regular in the Hangouts, and Doogie's usually okay with it. But then when Doogie comes back, he can
I
kick him.
think the rule is Wax is okay until he breaks out the guitar.
Okay.
What is that the rule?
There's the cards.
Those look like cereal.
They are, but I'm not quite sure what that thing is.
Okay, Wax got a link.
Oh god, there's a battery in there. I'm gonna have to go find that thing and put that
Wax,
thing out.
okay?
Heroic. There is no difference. Those two things are the same thing.
Those look like VME bus cards.
Well, it really depends if you're talking about British slang or not.
It's
Probably
true.
68K.
But technically, here in the U.S., it would
It
be the same
says
thing.
Altos on it.
Altos? What does that ring a bell? It rings a bell for
There's
some reason.
I think that's the memory card.
Wanker.
That's what the
literally
machine
does
actually looked
mean
like.
One who masturbates, but it takes on a derogatory meaning in UK slang.
And there's the back of it.
Oh wow!
Are those are removable cards, aren't they?
Yes, 386 CPU, 2 serial cards, a file processor, ESDI controller, and memory 3.
Wow,
0 to 4
that is
megabyte.
cool.
I'm gonna have to go find it though because I noticed on this picture there's a battery, and I'm hoping that battery is not leaked.
You better go find that quick.
I'm on a witch hunt. I'm removing batteries from everything now.
Good.
And battery packs. There's the APCs. Yeah, I showed you guys those time ago.
I got
Board
my
PC.
my 1250. and
There it
that's
is,
the
in
one thing.
all its glory. All its terrible glory.
That's not too bad a board PC.
No,
I
it's
did
not.
that once. Yeah, I made mine out of laminated shelving.
It was a really bad idea at the time. It was like I had expectations for like awesomeness or something, and it just was terrible. And I need to figure out where all these are because I have these somewhere in a bin and I don't know where they're at.
Are one of
Including
those
Mr.
a socket 3 overdrive chip? Because if so, I want it.
A few look like overdrive chips.
This one
if
here.
One of those is a socket. Yeah.
This guy right here will turn
Several
a
look like
normal
overdrive.
486 into a 133 megahertz system.
Yeah, and
That's a really rare one. You don't see the Kingston one anywhere.
okay, that's the Kingston one. That's why. Okay, if any of those are like a 486 overdrive or something that's like an actual Intel one, I want it.
Overdrive.
66 or 83 megahertz. I don't care which one.
Overdrive.
I mean the socket 3 ones.
Those are all 486s. Almost everything here, save for the big Pentiums. Everything else is 486. It's all socket 7 486. There's a Cyrix DX280.
That's kind of neat.
I know I have more 486s than this, but I got to figure out where this collection went. It's
I want to
missing.
see if we can get started on the tiling. I actually want to see the tiles being done.
That won't happen until his house gets built.
Wait, is it going at the house? No, it's going at the lab.
It's
Oh,
going
boy.
in Captain's
One of
bathroom, if I
those.
recall correctly.
There's a
I
neat
thought it was going to be in a
one.
lab bathroom.
It may have changed. I don't know.
I thought it was going to be a lab bathroom.
Dual socket 7.
Hmm. Is that a hack into the power? Looks like there's just a wire just shoved into the...
There was a fan attached to it.
Looks like somebody got a little happy with the thermal paste.
I took the heatsink off. That's the way it was when I got it. There's exploded CD bits in there too, because that's the day I was blowing up CDs on the CD drive.
You should get talking with Anonymice.
I need to restore this. This is the thing mice were living in that needs cleaned up.
Massive?
Anonymice, do you have the 83 or the 66s? Or do you have the 100 megahertz ones? I want the 100 megahertz one.
Here's some ghetto.
83 is fine though. 83 is just fine.
What's from Mario on the bottom?
But yeah, I'm looking for an overdrive for my compact Presario 433.
Computer Memories
There's only so much I can do with the DX4100.
Computer Memories Inc. That's the perfect name for like a computer funeral.
Makes me sad right there.
Computer funeral home. Where all the dead computers go to die.
Created in 1993 at 12:46 p.m.
Yeah, no, CM Storm, I keep my 486 around because it's complete. The screen is still crystal clear and sharp, and it makes really good Opal 3 sounds.
There's the thing that I need to figure out why it's not booting. Because it used to boot.
Yeah, that probably needs the I don't think it's called the logic disk, but you do need the option disk, I think. Pretty sure because it is a PS2. You need the configuration disk.
Yeah. Let's see. These all still work. Most of them, except for the one in the battery. The battery didn't explode in there.
I need to get my SE taken back and figure that all out.
I need to find out if this is useful to anybody. It's an old Modicon.
What is it?
I believe it's a industrial control thing where you plug it in to program PLCs.
It's not a terminal?
Modicon P190.
It's not a terminal, is it?
If you have a terminal, I'm kind of looking for a terminal.
It's got a tape drive in it.
Memory and keyboard
does it
too.
It turns on.
Is it like Load Basic or something?
Let's see. I gotta find this. This is the Macintosh. It was made out of 5 or 6 salvaged power PCs.
Looks like a 7200 or a 9600.
There's the cover off of it.
If any of those drives are a full height Connor, beware, they run really hot.
No.
Really?
I learned that the hard way a long time ago. I do have all those somewhere too.
The mound.
72.
Yo, that's a lot of RAM.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
Wow.
Bunch of
If
memory.
you went to go get food,
I
that's
remember
where
when
we
that would have cost a huge amount of cash.
I would like
Yeah,
to
that
see
would've
this
been-
running. That's the RS6000 I have.
Ooh.
Interesting, but
What is that, an F50 model?
Hey, you're back. Where'd you go?
Looks like F50 or F40.
that looks like a 40.
See, I told you he went to the shoe store to order a cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
I also went to go. Oh, I told you with cheese, you assholes.
Now what am I going to put on my feet?
Here's my Indigo.
Oh Jesus! I saw this in surplus or not surplus. Archives. It's just oh my god, the color.
There's the inside of my Indigo too, if anyone wants to see it.
Hmm.
I think that's the first stage of Impact Graphics. Because I think the real Impact Graphics had 3 cards, didn't it?
Yeah, I think you're right on that.
I think that's like the lower version, but I think it's Impact because it's a purple indigo, which was needed because it had the extra power supply, or extra bigger power supply.
Burp. Oh, wait, no, it actually put in on the side.
Can't read the part numbers from there. Look at all those caps. I hope I don't ever have to recap that.
Oh, now I'm just going to put a few extra bolts on that and wear them out for you.
There's where I got it from.
Virginia Tech ISC.
If anyone wants an O2, I'm actually prepping one for sale right now.
How much are you gonna sell it for? Because mine are lonely.
Lonely.
I almost bought an SGI Indigo. Not Indigo, I think it was an Indigo. Yeah, an Indigo 1. I almost bought an SGI Indigo 1.
I actually have an O2 I might be willing to donate, or if someone has a CD drive that they can fix it, the CD tray is busted.
Yeah, with the MIPS 4000, I almost bought it. It was in Manhattan, and I decided not to.
CM Storm. The guy showing all the photos is Nightwolf, and I can't remember the rest of your name. He actually owns all these.
Yes, I own them.
Did own all these. Some of these.
Some of the stuff most of the stuff I still have.
Why do you keep it all?
Google Plus. Yes,
There's
I've
some
already
sexy
marked
porn.
Moose.
Look at those power cables.
Stop
That's one thing-
suggesting her back to me.
That's actually one thing Sun Microsystems and IBM always did right, is massive power cables.
There was an article on Slapshot a couple weeks ago. Sun had like, or I should say, former employees of Sun Microsystems had like a reunion party, and it was some of the stories they were swapping that ended up being written out in the article were really cool.
Former company
The original like Sun workstations and stuff, they were actually assembling on the floor of like an empty building as kind of like their factory because they were having a hard time keeping up with demand. Nobody thought at the time that things like tables might actually help.
Hey Doogie, can you help me get this thing running at all? This IPC? Is there anything that can be done with that?
Yeah. Well, you can run Next Step on it.
Because I would like to see it run, but I don't have any hard drives in it right now. I gotta find some drives, and it does turn on.
Oh, that's half the battle. It takes fast, wide, SCSI hard drives, so.
I've got a good handful of those with all the old Mac equipment laying around.
Ooh, why that coprocessor?
I think that's... I'm trying to think.
Math coprocessor, most likely.
Let's see, and then the Sun workstations. And these came from, this is a real sticker. This isn't a joke, which is funny.
Yeah, they don't need your consent.
Yeah, it came from Logicon Reston. I believe someone said that was a big engineering firm that outsourced for the government.
What was that sticker just before?
Cubone.
Approved for processing unclassified information only, meaning it didn't store information.
And someone was trying to scratch it out?
I don't know who scratched it out. That was like that when I got it.
But it only processed unclassified, or... Yeah,
Somebody in the government liked Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cubone.
It's probably one of their kids.
Yeah, there's another sticker.
Nope, you can't remove
Authorized
that.
removal only.
Yeah, are you authorized to remove
You
it?
have to have someone of that branch to remove it.
Are you a bad enough dude to be authorized to remove that sticker?
NCR.
And there's the inside of one of the ones that was complete after I put a drive in it. I don't have many complete ones. Most of them are missing this NV RAM chip, and then I don't have memory for all of them, and then I'm missing some other stuff.
You can buy them generically on eBay.
It's just none of them were stable, and I haven't found an OS that runs stable on them because I put Linux on them, and Linux would like randomly hard lock. Like it wouldn't kernel panic; it would just lock.
What version of Linux?
I tried Debian, and I tried something else.
Which version of it? Which version of Debian?
Oh, God, I can't remember.
How long ago was it? How long ago was it?
Those pictures were taken in 2005.
Okay, then it was most likely Sarge. That being the case, you should try again.
The other thing is there's a SparkStation 10 there that actually has 2 processors in it. I don't know where it's at though.
That's the one I have here is a SparkStation 10. I'm looking for a 20. Was it Yarul that he mentioned that they were getting rid of SparkStation 20? So I'm looking at.
Doogie has his name on one of these, but his needs love because I don't know if it's going to ever work again or not. It's an interesting piece whether it works or not. I'll tell you that much.
Show one of the processor cards.
Let me see if I... There it is.
Why does it need love?
There is that bastard battery that leaked in all of them. There's the RAM card for one of them.
Got RAM?
And there's your power supply base.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice
PS2.
handles on them too.
Oh, capable of 4, huh?
Yes, I have 4 for it, but one of the ones I have, I don't know why, is filled with sunflower seeds.
Mouse?
I've had the worst luck with some of the stuff that's been in storage, and it's not even stuff that was in my storage, it was stuff that was in other people's storage as well that I've had terrible luck with, so...
Hey, I'm getting off for the night. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Alright.
Cool, have a good night.
Oh my god, though.
Hey, Doogie, were you ever able to rescue that UPS before it went in the dump?
No.
Because I still need the parts for it, and I don't know what the value of that part was that exploded. I might just scrap it. I've got a bunch of them.
Well,
I
you
got
have
these
a good
guys.
one on. Go back to that picture.
Oh yeah, that might be the same.
Yeah,
That's true.
It's got to be the same, especially if the part number on the TO220 package is the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull that apart. I bet you one of these shorted is what happened. Because it was right when it kicked in, when it went into battery backup mode, that it like just shot sparks out the back, and that capacitor burned off the board.
Well, that's a fun way. It's like, oh shit! I need battery backup. I just lost power. Sparks shoot out of it. Okay.
Yeah, these things are just great. These, just the old schoolness of these though scares me, but they are awesome. As these APC 3000s.
They're pretty heavy duty.
I don't want to see one of these blow out. Because that's that thick cable's the battery cabling. I forget what that part was. That was labeled as something, and I can't remember what it was labeled as, and I thought it was crazy for how big it was. There's the transformer in it.
Ooh. That's meaty.
So I Geekhouse 5 for spare tape drive. I couldn't find it. I don't know where they are. I thought
That's where you were.
Yeah, I did that and went to get food. I thought I had 2 spare tape drives stashed away somewhere. I know I have one for the IBM at least. It's got a black case on it. I don't know where they are though.
Again, what type of tape drive do you need?
DAT4.
DAT4. I don't have one of those. I don't think.
Hey,
Yeah, DDS drive.
Yeah, I don't have one of those.
Yeah, DDS4. Excuse me.
I think this processor socket
And
might
it
need
sucks.
cleaned.
I threw out about 6 or 7 of them a few weeks ago.
Nope, that's
Okay.
not it. That's just 8mm.
What was that, Josh?
This is the Unisys. This is where the damage is. I don't know if you showed you this picture or not.
Yeah.
But most of the damage, I think, is on these traces. And this is where the battery was right here. Now, remember I told you that guy gouged the motherboard and killed one of these when he cut the battery out of it?
Yeah.
Okay, he gouged these traces and it made the machine inop like this one is. So I'm feeling one or two of these is probably corroded through. And you might be able to fix it. You may need to clean this processor socket, though. This might have got some of that crap in it. But this is the extent of the damage. This lead here is corroded. This is the charge circuit for the NiCad, I believe. Because there's your clear CMOS and your external battery. And then there's some corrosion on this guy, but I think that might be standard discrete logic there. So this one doesn't look that bad, but I think it's because it got to these traces so bad, and hopefully it only went like one layer into the board. So if you want to try to restore it, I mean, it has your name on it. They can take it if they have room for it. Or you can wait till I come visit.
Yeah, I would love to take a crack at it and see if I can get it working.
Worst comes to worst, you've got a really neat showpiece, especially with those processors. Those are all worth a small fortune. So.
Yep. You don't have the gold cap ones, though. You have the.
They're the blacks, yeah. I have some gold caps somewhere, but I think this machine's meant to run the blacks.
It's like a plastic package.
It's a circuit board fiber package, like the MMX chips. The black chips, though, have more cache. They have way more cache than the other ones did. I think they have like a mega cache each.
Yep, that's right.
So that's the awesome part. So, yeah, they're not the gold cap, but they've got a mega cache.
And that's still worth it to somebody.
Yeah. This is what the one I'm giving you looks like currently. It's got to be plugged back in, and these wires got to be reattached. And you need a power switch, because all of them, the power switches were broke from being moved around.
Blinky, blinky.
So, and worst comes to worst, if there's ever an awesome trade-up for grabs, maybe I'll give you the other one that just works. As much as I'd like to hold on to it, I don't see me actually using it. So if it's really worth having for a collection, I might be willing to give it up for something else of equal awesomeness. Maybe some sun equipment. Just a thought.
I might consider my Enterprise 3000 for a working one of those.
I would like to have a nice working sun machine to learn to play with and stuff. If you've got something, even if it's more modern and it's not worth as much, I would take that. It's just, I want something that works.
A friend of mine that now is working in Chicago has a Sun Ultra 4 that he's going to be dropping into one of the racks there, just because he can. And it's going to be, and he gets like, which data center is it? It's, he works for Steadfast. And it's supposedly pretty cheap for him to put just his Sun Ultra 4 in a rack, which he's already put like a 1 terabyte hard drive in and added a USB card and something or other, and it's running something. I forget exactly what it's running, but
I still have this box.
Weird.
That box cost me $5.
You lucky fucker.
Yeah.
Wow, nice find.
Hey,
those are all
I gotta
250
go look
gig.
now. There's a jazz drive in there too.
Or meg. Gig.
I got a jazz drive around here someplace.
I was actually about to drag mine out, plug it in.
Here's my jazz drive. I have a 2 gig.
You know, I was really happy with the O2s because one of the RAM sticks had failed, and the OS actually came up and said, "What stick failed?" And like, it doesn't crash. That's impressive.
That's smart.
I was really impressed. I was like, okay, I'm booted into IRIX, and IRIX is telling me that this RAM stick is bad.
Ooh,
and it's telling me what stick.
Today, actually. And it still kept working, like the kernel didn't hang up. It's because it's ECC. It's able to correct itself usually. Do you still have that Wall Street G3?
This? Yeah, but it never worked. So I don't know what's wrong with it. I do still have it. It's sitting in storage.
I can get you a Lombard if you want it.
I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I've never seen it turn on.
Get me a what?
I can get you a Lombard G3 if you want it. I know how to get one.
I'm trying to think what else. I have all these. These are all ATX desktop cases.
As in-
They're actually kind of cool.
As in, I gave one to somebody that may not want it anymore. With the original 48 gigabyte hard drive out of my PowerBook G4.
I forgot to show you this one, Boogie.
What is?
It's a 386, and I'm guessing it's a terminal server or something, like a dumb terminal server.
Oh wow, that's crap. What do they call that bus?
I think Possum had it earlier.
It looks kind of like VME bus.
Yeah.
I'm not sure though. They look a little bigger than VME bus.
If there was an Ethernet controller for that, you'd be in the money.
By the way, that might be, I forget, but that might be a 68,000 chip, 68K.
Looks like it.
I think it
VME
might
systems
be.
were usually 68K.
Well, it's got a 386 as the main processor, but that's
Oh.
on the final processor. I think that is because there's a 386 and I think a coprocessor.
Oh yeah. With coprocessor.
But I'm gonna have to dig that out and see if this battery's leaked. I think I'm gonna go see that tomorrow. If it's out where I think it is, I'm grabbing it.
Multiplayer Zork.
God. Why?
Why not? Same reason why wouldn't you want to play Zork on a teletype?
By the way, I don't know if anyone kind of saw this, but I have an evil idea for this thing. And yeah, I wish I could actually make PCBs at work and not have to use protoboard all the time for everything. That's actually something I put together for work. It's a soundboard for a go-kart track, so that they have the speech and everything all pre-recorded.
Oh, that's cool.
And now there's an evil idea that I think I might carry through with building another one of these, except it's going to be in one box. It's going to have RCA outputs on it, and it's just going to say Bowden across the top, and I'm going to send it to viewer mail. And he's going to have to plug it into an RCA source to actually be able to hear it. Or an RCA RCA outputs like into an amplifier.
No,
I need to plug it into LS.
No. Here's what you do: you pre-recorded sounds and put a different picture from the blogs. Just a different screenshot from the blogs of just like the weirdest faces that you can possibly make him have, and put it up on the screen. And that way, it'll say like, "Ooh, that's sexy," and it'll be like on the screen or something. That would be hilariously funny.
Oh, it's actually a cheap China MP3 module that I put in there, and then I just did all the interfacing and power supply for
You
it.
can get those for cheap anyway, and you can get those on Mauser for cheap. And
Well,
that's
the thing
completely
is,
fine.
I actually have one of them sitting right here, and I have the buttons to build another one of these. It's just I'm thinking about sending one that's Captain-based to Captain in viewer mail.
There you go.
I'm really thinking about it. And then I can leave some extra stuff in there, and if Editor were to tie an Arduino to it, instead of having 6 sounds, it could have 32 or over 1,000. But it needs a microcontroller to do the rest of the work.
There's going to be a big red button on it, and it's going to be like labeled the emergency button.
Yeah, it
And
just
it's
plays
going
one
to-
of many thousands of sounds, right?
And yeah, it's gonna be the random button, and then if you press it 5 times simultaneously, it's just gonna shout "2K!" from the when he was blowing in the thing. Did you ever bottom that out yet? Is it fine yet, or are you still messing with that?
Messing with what?
The airplane air pressure thing.
It's still here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better brain. Better brain.
I still have this Cisco switch in my bedroom. I use it as a nightstand.
Why?
I don't know.
And is it a switch or is it a hub?
It's a switch. It's a managed switch.
Is it all 100 megabit or what?
It's 10100. There's 264 ports.
Is there an actual computer inside doing the switching, or is it just a?
It's a Cisco switch. It's got a
Cobalt
manager card in there.
Cobalt.
I know. I've seen that they have some of those Cobalts in surplus. I'm tempted to ask how much they want for them, given that most of those are socket 7 systems.
We have 2 or 3. They are x86. Make an offer.
I still want those darn SCSI trays that are down there that I keep seeing.
Oh, the bin that has all the different sleds.
Yeah. Oh, there's actually like full sleds with the drive slot thing and everything. There's the APC matrices when they were in.
Oh
service.
God, that Cisco switch.
That's a router.
Router, whatever. Okay, then the one that I saw is probably just a switch then.
Yeah, see, there's the switch.
It's
There's
gonna
the
be
supervisor engine right there.
It's time for me to go upstairs or something, I think, but I really don't wanna, because this is too enticing.
I have 2 power supplies for this. They output 5 volts at 200 amps each.
Oh dear lord.
So you can like bridge those together and arc weld with it probably. Spot weld. And there's the Unisys when they were in service. Wow. In all their glory.
How much you wanna bet that they're using welding power supplies for those? Shit.
This is something we never got working. And this was crazy. Doogie probably knows what this is.
Yeah, it's a tape library, isn't it?
No, it's a hard drive. It's a Sun hard drive array. And each of these trays pulled out, and you slotted in 80-pin hard drives all the way down. I think that thing held like 10 drives per tray or something like that.
It's a cool looking design.
We never fired it up because we didn't have the drive spuds for it.
Oh, it didn't use the spud trays?
Yeah, it needed the spud trays, but we didn't have any.
You don't have that still, do you?
I don't think he does. I could ask him, but I don't think he does. This was the kid I worked for back here. He's the one who had all this stuff. Oops. Okay. And there's him groping now, Luke. These were the worst computers we ever built. Those are either PC chips or BioStar motherboards, and I will never touch them things again. There's the inside of a Cobalt rack.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
I really want a MIPS Cobalt cube.
Yeah, see, there it is there. And I still have the restore discs for those, too. But,
okay.
You know,
Lacey also made a 40. Lacey made a 40 gig NAS. I'm trying to figure out if I can find one of those for cheap. Pretty much all you have to do is replace the 40 gig drive with like any flavor of IDE or SATA drive with the right adapter, and you've got a nice little like Debian server or something right there.
I wish he still had this rack mount rack because I really want it really bad.
Is that a half height?
It's
yeah.
It's Stumper's baby cousin. You know, because Stumper's in a compact server rack.
This was our patented web hosting on a table.
What?
This was patented web hosting on a table. This is when we were rebuilding our server room. We had all our core services and our clients that we currently had running off all that equipment. And it was hooked up to a T1. That's actually a setup I did most of the work for. He did the server-side stuff with the Cobalts, and I made the T1 and the Cisco router work.
Nice.
In fact, I'm so rusty now, I don't even know if I could do what I did anymore for him. Like, if I were to do it modern, I'm going to have to relearn all that.
The Cisco is hard.
There's the custom hard drive caddy I made to hold IDE drives inside one of those. Because there were 80-pin sleds in there that just didn't work right. Something was wrong with them. That's the... Oops. That's the cooling fan for the Cisco switch.
Oh, Jesus. That's a lot of fans.
I've actually pinned that out and hooked a 12-volt supply to it and stuck it in my window to cool my bedroom.
How'd that work out for you?
Very well, actually. It's not as loud as you think it would be either, because they're all lower speed because they're all 120 millimeter.
I got away with doing it with a single 4-inch fin, 3-blade. I think it was a Panaflow. I could be wrong, but it was definitely a 120-volt fan, and it definitely came off the back of an AT&T PC6300. Something I will never ever do again. If I ever own one of those ever again, I will never ever, for the life of me, ever dismantle another one of those ever again. Now that I know the value of them.
So this is in pieces, and it's not a complete unit, but that's something that's up for donation.
No, if you want something that's up for donation, you can have my Sinistar. But again,
That's
transport.
Up for donation. That's up for donation. That might be kind of donation. This is up for donation.
Oh my god.
I really want rid of this token machine, but I feel like it could be easily turned into like a control panel or something, because these are nice heavy steel doors. And this is actually in 2 pieces. So I feel this could be gutted and turned into a control panel for something.
You could turn that into a nice rack, too.
Yeah, put some wheels on it. It would actually
Wheels
probably
on
be
it
nice.
would look like a really nice server rack.
It would
Or
actually be
equipment rack.
something nice. I want to see if they want it, because if they want it, if they don't want it for a token changer, I'm keeping this board, because there's some really neat gold ICs on there. But if they actually want to try to make it useful as a token changer again, I'll leave it. But if they want it, that's up for donation, because I want rid of it because it's just massive, and I feel like there's some sort of value in that cabinet. So I feel like that could, especially this panel, the lower panel, that all could be cut, and you could build like a control panel for like a project on it, like something big in like HVL or something. That's the only reason I feel like donating it, is I feel like somebody could make use of it. I was going to turn it into a toolbox, but I gave up on that.
Why bother? It's massive.
Why bother? It's massive.
But still, that would make, I don't know if how large that is, but that would make like a nice equipment rack. Project box for HVL, maybe.
It would be a good project box.
How wide across is it?
Oh, well, these things right here are bill acceptor boxes. Up and down is a little bit longer than the length of a dollar bill. So looking at this way, there's probably $5 bills length, maybe $6 bills length. I could be wrong. I'm trying to think how I'd measure that. Well, there's a milk crate, if you want an idea. There's 2 milk crates standing up in the bottom, and they're against the side.
Oh, okay.
It's about 2 milk crates wide. And it splits right here. So it's actually pretty easy to transport. I moved this thing in my Cavalier. So
Maybe,
But I'm feeling I want to see if Chris would want it. I'm sure they could do something with it.
I'm sure there's definitely going to be an autopsy on it if you send it in.
It still functions to a degree. It takes a dollar bill, gives you tokens, and then goes out of service. That'll definitely be like a oh my god autopsy. Yeah, it could be like an autopsy, and it could also be like, I feel like that cabinet could be built to have something built out of it. If not, it's really heavy steel, and it could be recycled. I already sent one of them off to the recycling center because I didn't feel like bringing another one home.
We need an ATM machine as an autopsy.
I really like those kiosks you guys got. Those things are
pretty
kind
neat.
of hilarious.
I like them up to the point where they had a Pentium 4 in them.
Oh yeah, Dell Optiplex.
It's like, because it's like, you have Pentium 4s in these things. Those suck power like God knows how much.
So
Are they still running the P4, or were they upgraded?
Nope, same machines.
Oh God!
So
And
They're sucking a lot of juice.
did the stackers make it anywhere?
Yeah, seriously, I would. Oh my God. Oh, not saying that anybody doesn't know what they're doing or anything. I trust that there is a good reason for continuing to use the same machines. But oh my God, it can just be done so much better with an Atom and a port replicator. Oh.
Yep.
Not even an atom. Just give him like a VIA Nano or something and a port replicator.
Did those ceiling snake stickers make it anywhere yet? I'm curious to know if anything just like showed up anywhere random.
Probably not. Probably not until the offices get rebuilt.
Oh God, that's true. Yeah.
And I wasn't aware that we had them.
Yeah, they're in viewer mail. I sent him stickers that were just this notice sticker. I sent him those and ones that said Iron Fist. Domain of the Iron Fist.
I'm going to take a couple of those ceiling snake stickers and
Yeah, like that.
we put them on a few places.
You know, I did this one and I don't know if you ever saw it, but I kind of had to.
That is hilarious.
I think that's like one of the best ones. I'm sorry, I had too much fun doing those. It was just great. Oh. Audio stuff. Oh God, there's the subwoofers there in my car.
Oh God.
Audio bond.
I have 2 of those in my car.
Why?
Because the whole setup only ran me about $200 on eBay, that's why.
I used to have an amplifier.
That's my normal home stereo.
I value my car's life. I would not put a sound system in my car. If I put a sound system in my car would get jacked.
Oh yeah, the Mercury's up for donation.
Right.
Oh man.
Mercury's
I'd love to have that, but it's hard to ship.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they're going to be passing by with the truck. So.
Gallium Source was going to buy it off me, but then I got an email like 2 days later. It's like, someone had to dispose of 800 pounds of this stuff. So we're sad to tell you that we're not going to be buying your Mercury anymore.
800.
Probably tell that to everybody.
No, because he was ready to send me cash and send me a shipping box with the proper cask in it and everything, or flask or whatever you want to call it, cask. And then I went to talk to him. I sent him the picture, and he's like, "Yeah, we just had 800 pounds of this stuff come in. We don't know how we're gonna even store all that much of it." So I'm like, okay. Because Jeff of Tough Later Mouse sent me to him and said he'll buy it, or he'll take it. And then he offered to buy it, and I'm like, okay, well, let me get it in my possession, and I'll get you pictures. And by the time that happened, he's like, yeah, we just had 800 pounds come in for free. And he sells it for like $93 a pound, so.
Wow.
The only thing is that stuff that I'm donating, it may need to go be purified, because it came from a steel factory, and a couple people told me what they used it for in a steel factory. Is they said they used to, so it might have some like iron oxide or something in it, but they said they used to float the dyes on it to put them into place or something. I forget who told me that. So, I'm trying to think if there's any other cool stuff in here. Foodstuffs. Guns and range. Meals. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, that board looks familiar.
It should. You have 2 of them.
Oh, God.
There's a giveaway right there.
Yeah, it's a G5 processor. It's a Power PC 970.
Yep. So out of a dual G5 that
Motor.
I'm going to eventually do a PC conversion on.
By the way, Doogie, I have this motor. I don't know if it would be worth donating to the Geek Group, or if I should just bring it up and we could get it running and maybe find something to put it in eventually.
That was in a snowmobile, wasn't it?
It's a cool little motor.
It's never been installed in anything.
Wow. That'd be nice for a EFI experimentation project.
Yeah.
The only problem with it is, that I noticed, is these head bolts up here are loose. So I don't know if someone took it apart or if it comes shipped like that. Because this is all factory tape that's on here.
What brand is it?
Zenoa. And there's the ignition components for it, I believe, and the carburetor.
Cute little carb.
I've seen these, the only other ones I've seen of these are rare for one thing, but the one thing I've seen is that a lot of people twin carb these things.
Oh, I'm sure. Is that 4-stroke?
I believe it is, yeah. I'm not quite sure what all this BS is that goes up here under this cover with the big hoses, though.
It's probably got like an alternator in it.
I don't know what that is. That's like look at that.
Looks like it's water cooled.
Yeah, it's going to have to be figured out because I don't have much on it besides what we have right here. There is an electric start, though. And a pull start. I believe it is for a snowmobile, though.
Probably. That could be a nice motor.
This might be something for emissions. I have no idea what all that is. Because there's that hose again going up there.
It might be like a coolant reservoir.
Oil.
So, but that could either be donated or maybe I'll bring it up and we can play with it when I do get a chance to come up. I'm hoping to come up this fall.
You know, I'm willing to bet that's 2-stroke. It looks like a 2-stroke.
I look at that, and the first thing I think of is 340cc motor that's in, that was in the restored 1978 John Deere Spitfire snowmobiles that I used to drive around.
Yeah, there's another name that this company went by, and I can't remember what it was. I think they said this is like a rope motor, or UPP. Rope?
Yep.
Roper?
They said that's like identical to a rope.
Huh.
But
weird.
I have it. It's new in box. What my grandfather, who's not a lot, he died before I got a chance to meet him. He bought these motors, I guess, when they were on sale somewhere, and he was using them in his ultralight aircrafts.
Oh, that's
very likely 2-stroke then to get the higher power to weight ratio.
Yep.
So, but I'll bring it up if you guys want to play with it. If we can make it run, maybe. Because I think if it was running, it would be worth more. Anyways, but
we can make it run. It'll be without like a tuned pipe with it. It's gonna be hard to like put it on something and make power. We'd have to make an exhaust for it.
That's not hard to fab, is it? I mean,
ish. It's all right.
It might be a fun project because I need to learn to weld too.
Yeah, that'd be a good one for that.
There's so many things I would like to learn to do. It's just I need time and I need people that know what they're doing to show me. I'm a hands-on learner. I can't read a book and do something. I need to work with people that know what they're doing. But I'd be glad to bring it up sometime to play with.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's all I have in mechanical stuff. Photos, projects, there's my toolbox. Projects. Oh, that's that thing. Oh, I don't know if I have anything else interesting to show tonight. But yeah, I'll definitely let you guys see what I bring in from the my grandfather's property tomorrow for sure. Because I feel like I have some old Apple monitors out there, and I think I've got an old Amber monochrome monitor out there too for the 1AT PC that's sitting out in storage.
Oh, nice.
So I've got some. There's like a lot of old junk sitting out there, but there's an entire Duquesne PA system from my school sitting out there. There's 200-watt, 70-volt amplifiers. 24-volt power supply, tons of relays, the logic boards, but I don't think it would function anymore because they really hacked it up when they took it out. But it's in a mini rack, which that rack needs taken back together too, because I couldn't fit it in my car, and they said, hey, if you don't do it today, it's going in the dumpster. So I busted out a hacksaw and I cut it in half. So I'll get you guys some pictures. I'll take my camera tomorrow.
Yeah. Alright, and I'll see about getting the 2CI board at least into an anti-static bag for now, and I'll see how much it's going to cost for shipping, and I'll let you know.
Okay, that would be cool, because if I can at least make an attempt to resurrect that machine, that'd be awesome. Otherwise, I may non-destructively mod the case to hold a mini, probably an ITX motherboard, and maybe make a PC in there. Maybe I'll put my router in it or something, and it could sit in the rack and act like it's a Mac, but it's not.
Well, your first mission, should you choose to accept it, is going to be to either cleaning up or replacing the corroded components, and definitely you're going to have to recap the entire motherboard. I would just, after seeing all of the capacitors here, they're all leaky pretty much. So I would just replace them all. That way there's no issues. The radial ones, the axial ones don't seem to be leaking, but the surface mount ones are all leaking. Those will have to go.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll have to see what I can do. I've got a bid on one on eBay, but I'm hoping nobody outbids me on it. On a whole machine, though. It would still be nice to resurrect the other one, but I'm so sad that the hard drive is destroyed, because I was like, I could have plugged it into one of the other Macs and booted it. But when I turn the hard drive on...
And again, the other thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to figure out the RAM slots, because again, there's missing plastic. But
they're 30 pins. They might not be that much of a pain in the butt to desolder and move them from the other board.
They shouldn't be that much of an issue, but still.
I might be willing to try to desolder those.
Even then, you could probably just get them in the slot, because they're all there except for some of them are missing the arms on the sides. You could probably just get them in, get them to push backwards, and then just like tie them into place with another thing and not have to worry about it too much either. I've done that before. I've kept them in via pressure, and it's worked fine, and just don't touch the machine. But
that compact laptop right there is so out of place. That's not Photoshop. That's actually just a picture I took.
That's the basement of nightmares.
That's the basement of my grandfather's old farmhouse before he tore it down, because he was going to keep it standing, but the heater did something and it quit working, so he quit running the heat. Well, after he quit running the heat, water just started getting in the house everywhere, and the house just started to fall apart. The bad thing was there was a lot of toys in there that would have been worth money had they not been all moldy and water damaged. Let me see if I can find it. These like all these old, like the original Trouble.
Oh yeah.
Toy car. There's a Cats game there too. That Cats game. I know this thing's worth a small fortune if it was intact. It was an old thing that taught you how to read time as a clock that you could wind up. I like urban exploration, so when we went down in there, I had to take pictures. That's over in PA. This old paper mill that flooded out, and there's the dam that broke that did it.
Alright guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up for the night.
Yeah, I'm going to go hit the bed so I can get up and get out to...
Yep, I'm going to be back here tomorrow. We're going to pull down Knock 1 and reorganize things.
All I gotta say is I hope something cool's going on when I do get a chance to come up there in the fall. I want to help out with something.
Had I had the money, I was going to plan on visiting during the summer, but that's not going to happen. It's now turning out to be quite the hectic summer without even being a hectic summer yet, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah, summer's hard for me because basically work is so busy unless I get another job. They won't really let me take a day off in the summer.
Yeah, for me, it's not that work is so busy so much as it is that summer is better for me for driving. I can drive a hell of a lot more than I can if it were like cold out.
Yeah, speaking of, I gotta get my sport tires on for summer. I still have snow tires on my car.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's a lot of stuff. My poor car needs a
your
good
fancy
going over.
double tires. This is Jersey. We only have one set of tires.
Yeah.
Them mud and snows.
But
I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe we'll do this again.
hey, thanks for inviting me. It's nice to do this again.
Yeah, we've been.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
We'll start making a thing out of it again. It's kind of nice now that the audio works correctly and everything with the mic looped back like it's supposed to be.
And I've got enough monitors now, so I can actually watch IRC, so if people ask questions of me, I can try to keep track of it.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you all for coming on. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Night, guys.
Awesome. Alright. I'm gonna head off too. See you guys later.